Hey kids, welcome to episode 146, part 2. This is the one where the comic book Olympics gets underway. And your buddy Uncle Jay gets all up in it. Myself, I'm Bill. Myself, Ed, Brother Bob. As you may remember from part 1, we're in Comic Book Jones, our local comic book shop. Long friends, Sacco Jones, the owner, operator, proprietor, master chief, gunnery sergeant, I don't know, just all kinds of titles. He was on episode 21, so if you're ever interested, go back and hear that. I'm kind of giving that a push because I really regret the fact that, we just didn't get more Sacco in this episode. But the store was open, so he was a little busy, keeping an eye on things, and he had his young gunnery sergeant, or I don't know any military terms. He had a young buck named Elliot running the show, running the events, as it were. So, once again, much like in episode 1, I just want to give everybody a heads up / apologies for some of the quality stuff in this one. This is our first live outing as a unit. So, there's definitely a lot of mic fumbling, tangential stuff, a little off the rails feel, a good amount of overlapping crosstalk, a good amount of off mic talking. People kept on drifting away from their microphones. I regret to say that I know some of you are going to be writing your volume buttons. It's going to get low, then it's going to get high. I apologize for that. Other than that, sit back, relax. You're going to get to meet some of the regulars over there. You already know Zombie John. You met Duca in part 1. I think he returns a little bit. You get to meet Omar, and you get to meet Casey. All regulars that Ed and I are familiar with, that Bob and Uncle Jay got to meet, and Uncle Jay got to compete against. How did Uncle Jay do? You're going to have to listen to find out. Suffice to say that it was a good night had by all. I hope it's not too chaotic and that it's not as hard to follow as I think it is. But, it's a free-for-all. It's what we do best. Well, I don't know if it's what we do best, but it's certainly one of the things we do. So with that, dig right in. Jump right in. Some metaphor to transition us as... I roll it back a few moments just before Sacco walks up, which was the cutoff at the end of episode 1. Other than that, check out Comic Book Jones online at comicbookjones.com, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Follow them. There's a great sense of humor over there. There's a great sense of personality. Sacco's a tremendously awesome dude. He's always got a good staff over there. And if you ever need comics, in your town, you don't like your comic shop, wherever you're at, they mail out comics. They do subscription services and pull lists via the mail. So if you want to partake in that, get that underway, those guys will help you out with that. If you still, prefer your hard books, not that digital stuff, Comic Book Jones are definitely the ones to go to. If you like the digital stuff, you can do it through them. You want to help them out. I believe that there's a digital store tab on their website. But either way, big thank you and shout out to those guys for letting us come down and hang out and be our obnoxious little noisemakers in the back corner. And just for being awesome. So once again, thanks for listening. Apologies for the quality and stuff like that. We'll be back to normal next week. As you'll hear, Hanno from Gotham Lights podcast / Orville Lights will be in town with us, hanging out in studio. So you'll get to hear him next week schmoozing with us. But for now, sit back and enjoy part 2 of this shenanigans. The episode title is The Comic Olympics at Comic Book Jones.
They're calling you forward, Jay.
I believe they are making announcements of some sort over on the other side of the store.
Right.
Preparing to start.
I'm going to come closer.
That would be awesome.
That'd be great for me because I'm in the bag.
Yeah, we don't have an Omni mic in a 50-foot
Yeah, I opted
extension.
not to bring the Omni mic because it just picks up too much noise.
Yeah, that would have been.
This table, oh my God, the thumping.
Oh, yeah, with the,
might
the
have to sit this
reverb in
out.
this room.
It would have been hellacious.
Yeah, the glass right here.
The horse right
I
here.
said,
Sacco
I
Jones.
I use my mic to point to it.
About to make the first
I might
announcement.
have to sit this out.
Wait,
I
hold
don't
on a
think I'm in
second.
any condition.
Evidently, ladies and gentlemen, the start of the Olympics begins with beer. Alcoholic beverage seem to be warming up already. Everyone's got a
Ooh,
beer.
everyone's getting a little
Jay's got
loose.
A small bottle. We got a fifth.
Welcome to the, I believe this is the 5th CDJ Olympics, everybody. Round of applause. A little louder, come on.
Can you say that into the microphone?
There's 3 top prizes and then 1 shitty prize for 4th place. So everybody knows. Omar's already declaring the shitty prize. The prizes, actually I have a list of them.
Bill went to put a
couldn't
mic
see
in the general vicinity of.
It scared him away.
Yeah, and as he walked away.
I just wanted to get the
It was
natural
Sacco
sounds.
Jones, the owner of CBJ.
Trying to get the natural sounds.
All right, so
Dead air.
third. Well, I'm not going to tell you what the 4th prize is because we're just going to keep that a secret.
It's a bucket of
the
shit.
Third place gets a $30 gift card. Second place gets a $40 gift card and 30% off tonight. And first place gets a $50 gift card and gets to spin the wheel, which goes as high as 55%. And if you land on 25, you spin again until you get something higher than 25%. There's some other prizes on the wheel, but that's what first place gets you.
Math.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Nice. $50.
Guys, there's beer over here. Drink.
Dude, it's a $50 card, and if you get 55% off, it's basically like getting a $100
All right,
card.
so we have 5 competitors, unless anybody wants to join at the last minute. This is going to take about an hour and a half or so.
Anybody?
All right.
Any takers?
So the first person we have is the Champ Jones, Stephen Duca. He is hailing
I don't know if I can make
from Springfield. That's who he's representing.
Ooh. Homer.
We have Jay from the Wicked Theory podcast. He will be representing Endor.
Nice.
Can we
got
change
Tom-
that to Jack Daniels? Because I'm like in the back.
No, that's your fictional planet. Then we have Tom Jones, who will be hailing from St. Canard. Anyone know what St. Canard is from?
Isn't that a dog?
Wow.
That's a Saint Bernard.
Sorry, tell him, champ. There you go.
That's a deep cut. The town
All right.
from Darkwing Duck.
Casey Lafreniere will be, well, she's the only female competitor, first of all. So, there you go. And she's hailing from Bitch Planet. It's
Okay.
actually a really good comic. That's
I've been
awesome.
there.
And then we have Omar Pena, right there, beer in his hand, and he is hailing from Hoff. So those are our 5 competitors.
Hoff?
for the evening.
You can freeze your ass off, Chief.
Coming in at the last minute. No? Okay. All right, so it's 5 competitors. That's what we've got.
It'll warm you up, Jay. It'll wake you up.
What should we start off first with? What do you think, Clone? You want to do the wall first? All right, so there's our flyer said 5 different events, but it's actually only 4 that we do. I don't know where
Have the
Tally got 5 from.
have the competitors been tested for drugs, steroids?
No, actually.
No.
But it doesn't matter. That's okay.
All right.
It'd be
They
fun.
might help.
Yeah. So we have 5 events. There's a bagging and boarding trial. That one is timed. You have a minute and 30 seconds to make as many bags and boards as possible. Then there is what Clone just said, where this will be timed as well. This is a minute or 2 minutes, Clone? A minute. In a minute, you have to we have a stack of books behind the counter. You have to file them on the wall properly where they go. You have 1 minute to do it. If any books fall, you lose your time. You have to pick up the books. You have to clean the book. Well, not clean the books, but you got to clean up your mess, basically, okay? And you will be followed by a staff member who will be Fuzzy Monk, making sure that you're putting things where they actually belong. And then at the end of the minute, we'll kind of give, well, not kind of, but we'll give you a point for each spot that you get correct. And there's no deducting points for the ones you don't. That's how we're gonna do it. And then then there will be the long box deadlift, where you will have to pick up and hold a long box up to your chest for as long as you possibly can.
The equivalent of powerlifting.
And then finally, there is the trivia challenge, which is put together by Clone Jones, whose knowledge of comics is ridiculous. So I'm sure there's going to be some pretty hard questions there. You get 1 point per question you get correct, and then there are 3 bonus questions that you get 2 points apiece for. All right. So I'm going to talk to the boys over there. We're going to figure out what competition we're going to do first. I think we're going to do the wall. I don't know. We may change our mind, but we'll get back to you in a minute.
All right. Meanwhile, while they do that, I'm sure the competitors want to start warming up. Right? Uncle Jay has already said that he's already warmed up. Looking forward to it.
Are you not? Are you?
I'm really fucking hating you.
John
right
Zombie
Why?
John is
Such a non-thing.
is taking
Drunk.
the
You're competing
time
against
to
this guy.
use some psychological warfare. See, psychological warfare going on here at the podcast table.
I think where John comes from, that's calling you out to do that. What was that you were doing?
Did I say I was not going to do
He's
it?
squatting and farting.
Squat farts.
Here, drink some of this.
He was doing some. I would call those raspberry squats.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Wesley Gaskins is calling it in the chat room. He says, "This sounds like finishing jobs around the shop."
Yeah, that's
Yes.
exactly
Yeah,
what it is.
that's exactly
I'm not
what-
getting paid for it.
That's exactly what it is. Well, the books not so much, because the books they're taking down and making sure everyone's got the same, and then you putting them back. The bagging and boarding definitely is, because that's like helping them out behind the counter.
I'm sorry, but what you're saying is that the first one is because they actually have to incur some labor in getting it set up.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the next event where it's actually just
Right. The actually, right, because they're taking them down for you to.
Right.
Oh. First event is. First event is going to be putting the books on the wall, which should probably be the most challenging.
Now,
I think.
Comic Book Jones, as you guys should know, is actually a fairly good sized comic book
Yeah.
shop.
Yes.
Yeah.
It actually uses 2.
Anybody who is a spectator to move toward the front,
Mm-hmm.
or anywhere away from the walls where the comics are filed.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody who is a spectator to move.
Sorry, Jay. That's you on 2 points because you're on that side of the table.
Yeah.
And,
Comic Book Jones, to finish my thought, is actually takes.
Oh
2
shit! Jay's taking the coat off. He's
2
getting
spots
serious
in
about
the
this.
Yes.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
in the plaza that it's in. It's
really in the
actually
bag.
two joined rental spaces.
Yeah, 'cause-
So it's
Yeah,
actually
it's a
quite-
basically, yeah.
So it's a fairly big store.
Yeah. Also,
So
you got to
this
remember.
event isn't going to be that easy. It's not like you're going to be turning around where you're at and be able to find things. You're going to have
Right,
to run
yeah.
around.
And it is times.
That's right.
It is times. So it's not just knowledge of alphabetical order, but also time. And what.
I got to wonder about Uncle Jay.
Okay.
Only because everybody else here knows this shop to a certain extent.
Right.
This is Uncle Jay's very first time being in this store.
Yeah, and he doesn't go comic shopping regularly.
Right.
What's going to work in his favor is that this shop actually lays the books out alphabetically,
Right.
starting from there, the A's all the way to the Z's over by us, and hold on,
Hold on.
short break between events. Absolutely. Yeah, man, that's the plan, baby. We'll talk to a couple people. That's true. Store's still open. All right, we're taking the first competitors.
Drawing lots.
Drawing lots. So like I was saying, Bob, is since it runs alphabetically, at least it's got that going for it. Whereas some other shops will be like DC's here, Marvel's here, and then you got to know like the company, like you know what I mean. And sometimes that's like not even on the cover.
So it'll be.
So this should be theoretically this should be a little easier.
Right.
So Omar from Hoth is going first.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Oh shit! Last year, Ed, or last time around, they actually. What we got going here? What we got going on? How are we doing, Jay?
first thing.
Jay, how do you feel about what's going on here? You think
I'm
you're gonna be
intoxicated, Bill.
All right.
Evidently you are, because I'm Bosch.
And the competition has begun.
So just be careful, guys, because they might be coming behind you. All right. We got a first competitor.
Jason,
Do the walk, and he's decided
know
to
their way around here, so you might want to take a look
go
around
in the order in which
get
they are
an idea
stacked.
of
He's
what
not
goes
looking
No, I
at
think
the
it might be
comics
funnier.
Okay.
to see if there's an alphabetical order.
All right,
He's
you guys
moving
are both
around.
talking at the same time? And that's typical for our podcast, is that everyone talks at the same time? I know. Well, it's not that, so much that is.
He's 30
Remember what
seconds.
anybody said. That's the whole thing.
God damn it! I'm trying to comment.
Fuck you, Ed.
Trying to do play-by-play here. Jesus. It's 30 seconds in, and he has not put a book on the shelf yet. 15 seconds left.
Ed, you're saying he hasn't put any books on the shelf yet? He's not
No,
sure
he's
where to
still
go?
wandering around.
He's walking from one side of the
I think he might have
shop
put
to
one.
the other.
I definitely put one. He's different books. Or maybe he just passed on a book. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Time.
Yeah, so hey.
Okay.
Absolutely
all right.
none.
That bodes well for our Uncle Jay and the other competitors.
I'm getting a 0-2, Bob. What are you
All
talking about? I don't even know where the fuck I am. To be honest with you. $14.
I think that does bode well for Uncle Jay because he's been coming here for years, but he had difficulty even finding.
All right, next
I've been
competitor.
coming here
one
for
book.
32 minutes.
Casey!
Hey, Casey.
Stop fussing with the stand. Either pull it out or just, because I know those legs are loose, but it's making a lot of noise. Pull this
Yes.
chair.
All right, Jay,
that
there
me?
you go.
Chair.
All right,
Oh boy, that's our boy.
Uncle Jay.
Uncle Jay, representing the little people.
Jay is not ready, but he is.
All right, Jay, on your mark. Bill, I would take a little bit. Yeah. On your mark, get set, go.
All right.
All right, right away, Jay makes a right from the start.
That's fair, that's fair. That's me, and that's fair.
All right.
He's giving me Fs all the way from, well, he's not far from the Fs, actually.
All right. Jay's got one.
Jay's got one. All right, he knows how the alphabet works, so this should be pretty good.
All right.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
All right.
Alphabetically.
All right.
30
There you go,
seconds in. He's got two.
that's
He's got two, I believe.
Looks like he's got two.
The roving judge says, yes, that's correct. Two for Jay so far on putting books back on the shelf. 40 seconds in.
15 seconds.
He's got a sticky wicket with this book. Yes, I think that's correct. Oh. Count it down. 3, 2,
All right.
1.
Looks like he's got three.
Oh,
but
he was
nope.
kind of close. Fuzzy Monk, what's the count?
That's right. Got three.
Three.
Right.
Three is the number to beat.
A pretty respectable showing for someone who's never been in the store before, I think.
How many items have you purchased here in your life? 0. The representative from Endor has just been the representative.
That's right. That's right.
That's a good point. That's a good
right.
point. Sacco pointing out that Jay representing Endor is beating the other guy who represented
Very
Hobbs.
respectable, Jay, we thought.
Good stuff. Nice. He's on the board.
Duca,
That's Duca, who was at our table earlier.
That's right.
representing Springfield.
Oh.
Count Dooku.
He can't even pick the books up, but okay, now he goes.
All right, very confidently heads towards
Marching
us.
over. He's got a brisk pace.
Dookie. Oh, boy.
That's all right. That's one. Setting a good
Interesting,
pace.
interesting.
Setting a good pace.
Oh. Now, he is
Okay.
a regular customer.
He's one away from tying.
Very regular.
He knows the layout. He knows this particular landscape, if you will.
3, isn't it?
He owes his calling to Sacco Jones.
You'll notice that they seem to have worked the stack maybe so that you do kind of have to ping pong
We have a
around.
new leader.
Yes.
And
4.
he's still going. That's 4.
4.
5.
He's got 5. Up. Is he gonna? Up.
Oh, almost.
Almost.
5. New leader. I thought it was 5. He got he got 5.
That's
Right.
a shit town in Jersey.
See that? See that? Jay, rattling up the.
I like Springfield.
Hey, Chief.
I like Springfield.
Fuck Springfield.
Which one? Massachusetts?
No, the one in Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Dooku.
We have New Springfield here on Staten Island.
Good job, Dukes. Dooku. Oh.
Casey from Bitch.
Yeah, I was gonna do the whole.
Casey, another regular here.
And the Sunshine Band,
It's a little
right?
kooky. So, but as the next guy's going, we'll I'll do a little question and answers.
All right.
So, Dooku,
She's got a smile.
Strong start.
She's definitely knows where she's going.
what was your strategy going into that list?
Well, I kind of know the layout. Like the first book I knew was a kid's book, so I knew it was going to be over here on the shelf. And X-Men I know was over
Yeah,
here.
so a couple of them, you knew pretty well.
Flintstones is, I just mentioned on the podcast. I knew where that was. Like,
All right, cool. That was fresh in your mind because you were talking about it before.
And
you
laying them down.
And you had those Flintstone chewables earlier this morning
yes.
for breakfast. And I heard that's all that you eat is like a whole bottle of Flintstone chewables. Is that true?
All right, Ed, how's she doing?
That would be a
Don't
pretty good
give
gimmick.
up
But
on
no.
I believe she's got 2, but I can't tell because Bill keeps talking.
I'm sorry. It's a fucking podcast.
Ed, turn Ed's mic off. You're no good at this. Fuck that shit.
Not you.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How many? Just 1.
Oh, just
It's on the board.
It's all right. She's
It's
on
on the
though.
board.
So far, she is 3rd place.
That's true. It's on the board.
Omar, who got 0.
That's true. Oh, jeez, not letting that guy forget it.
We've got
Uber regular.
Tom Jones. Are you ready, sir?
Oh, Tom Jones is here, man.
It's not unusual.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Hey, that's John the Zombie, right?
Oddly enough,
I know that guy.
he's finally got pep in his step.
Yeah, for a zombie, he moves quick.
Yeah. Really representing.
Zombies aren't known for their intelligence, though.
That's true. It's true. It could be a challenge right now.
And the constant need for brains seems to cloud their judgment.
Yeah. He seems to know how to read, though, so that's good.
Drinking Jack Daniels.
It's definitely going to work in your
Yes, that
favor in
helps.
this one.
This is
It
what,
might not.
this is enhancer.
This zombie might not be familiar with the English alphabet.
Oh, boy. Oh, they're starting to count
How
down.
we
to
doing?
10.
How we doing?
7 seconds left. It's John, Zombie John. You guys know him well. He definitely got a
Happy
few.
New Year!
1. Ooh, we
One.
got a tie
Hey.
for 3rd.
Time for 3rd.
All right, that's it.
It's on the board. Standings are 0 for Omar.
On time for 1, we have Tom Jones from, what is it again? St. Bernard. St. Bernard. And Casey from Fish Planet. Then we have Jay, amazingly, representing Endor with 3.
Jacked up on Jack Daniels, Chiefy.
Leading the competition right now for the gold medal, we have the champ, Stephen Duco.
Count Dooku, ladies and gentlemen.
Dooku.
Now, don't you have superpowers because you're autistic, right? That's disqualified. This
But you got Jack Daniels in you, so that balances out. Bags and boards.
Ooh, there you go.
Oh, Dooku admitting to bombing on the bags and boards last year. Did you do any training this year for it, buddy? Did you study up?
Well, Waffle gave me the tip. On
Oh boy, insider trading.
Inside info. I know how to actually bag and board now. I don't do it though, so I don't think it's gonna be that good. It'll just be better.
You know
than
what
last
to do.
year.
You just haven't really put it into practice yet. Okay.
My hope for that is better than last year.
Jay, I think you got to get up there.
I'm going to try and win the long box lift.
The
And
last
based
time
on
I
my
bagged and boarded,
competition, I think Jay's going to
Reagan
be
was in
my
office.
biggest.
All right, well,
Competition for that?
Yeah,
Jay's a big dude. He's burly.
I
let's hope
can't
that
see
Jack
John
brings that
doing
back
well.
for you.
I don't know. Maybe Casey might do well. I don't know. We'll see.
Fair enough. My advice to you is whatever technique he starts using, copy that shit.
No, absolutely not. I refuse to copy off of anybody else. Uncle Jay's going to be doing his own thing.
But he says he's got the
Hang
inside
on.
scoop, Jay.
Where's Omar? Oh shit, you're next. I'm sorry. Finish your conversation with him.
Okay.
No,
of
the
my
staff was just pointing out.
It might benefit you to watch what the others do. Though,
I know exactly.
Give me 1 second, boys. Now, I was noticing that the staff was trying to help you after the fact with that. Like, he was like, oh, by the way, this book is over there. Like, what's up with that shit? All right, fine, fair enough. So, what do you feel about going to this next one, the bagging and boarding section?
Drunk, so yeah. I'm kind of drunk, so I'm good.
Oh, okay. So,
On
like,
half of Schaefer's? No, you ain't drunk, Schaefer. No, get the fuck out of here with that. Look what I got here. He's talking about getting
maybe
Get the fuck out of here.
pre-gamed a little bit.
Yeah. I'll catch up, don't worry.
You have a snort? No, you ain't going to catch up with that.
a lot of those.
So,
That's a squirt of piss right there.
I didn't know they.
Oh,
Exactly
boy.
what you're drinking.
I didn't know they still made Schaefer's.
you might have to drive far to get it.
Yeah, probably.
Schaefer's.
Got it. So, yes, any other questions?
Not really. I
So,
mean,
Schlitz
I got nothing really.
Meister
But
Brown.
I think you're going into a
Pabst
pretty clean
Blue
head
Ribbon.
where it's like, it
Blue
doesn't matter.
Ribbon,
You
which
know,
is
it's
now
bags and
a
boards.
hipster douchebag drink.
Oof.
Yeah, with
There
Bud
you go.
Light. Yeah, okay. Here, sober up with this.
Zombie John, come on over, buddy. Let's pick your brain a little bit, all right? Because you're a zombie. And they have rotten brains. How did you do in putting the books back on the shelf game?
It's probably terrible this
I
year. It's
say
usually
woo,
much
woo.
better in this event, but I don't know. It's like this weird filing system they have. It's like where it's not just like alphabetical order. If like say it's okay, like one of the titles out of Jean Grey. It's like although it starts with a J, it would be in the X section because it's an X-Men book.
Yeah. That always
We
gives
don't
me...
know that. I've been here 37 seconds.
And I think that's a fair point. Like I would say, because like as a customer, I've had that problem too, where like I was told day one, like, oh, it's all alphabetical. And then it's like, where's this Sinestro book? Oh, it's with the G's because it's a Green Lantern. I'm like, no, it's Sinestro.
So it's like
You know, if it was Green Lantern Sinestro Adventures, then I'd be like, okay. But it's just Sinestro.
So yeah, it threw me off like right away.
Oh, Bob, did you just win that stuff?
Yeah, except it's an empty
You
box.
got this one too, I think.
Yeah, it's just Bob's taste, too. Look at that. What are you-
There you go.
Is somebody behind that already?
yeah.
This guy
Nice.
right here.
Yeah. Is this the second one you pulled down?
You don't have a statue of Dimebag Darrell up there, do you? Because that's more Bob's speed.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah,
I'm sure you
dime-
guys
yeah,
did.
dime bag. No, yeah, like the book that threw me right off the
Does
bat.
anybody
was
have any
book
dime
called-
bags?
Book called Royals. It's like, and I'm looking in the R section. It's like, but it's like come to find out, it's like it was actually in the I section because it's an Inhumans book.
And that's not. This ain't cheap.
And nobody's reading those anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No one's reading those Inhumans. Like, you should have went right to
Beautiful thing.
G
It's,
for
Walking
garbage. You
Dead.
should have been like,
Ezekiel
oh,
Shiva.
technicality.
Shiva.
Ooh, Shiva, tiger. Beautiful. And it rotates too. We were looking
Why
at
don't you
it
spray
earlier.
it black and call it the Beastmaster Tiger?
Yeah, right?
Remember Rue
Yeah.
from Beastmaster?
Well, then it would be lying there dead.
Spray paint it black and so the animal rights activists can come and like put a spike in our asshole.
Basically white and called Snow Meow.
Snow Meow.
Thundercats.
How are these?
Snow Meow? What was like the last run of cats?
So,
That was Cringer.
Snow Meow?
Some like ice like. There's like this guy like living like the ice mountains. He built this big giant like cat he called Snow Meow. It's a very obscure reference.
I'm calling
where's
bullshit.
Ed?
I don't know.
Ed, where are you?
I thought I knew some Thundercats. It's Gen 1, but I mean, if he's telling me Snow Meow's a thing, I'm going to take it. I'm going to ask Meow God in the chat room. Is that a real thing? Because Meow God looked that shit up.
Well, he's Meow God. He should know. It's a cat.
If he doesn't know, we should give up his title.
So Wesley wants to know, how did we decide that Jay would do the games?
I'll answer that.
I think it was a
With
case of
one
Jay being drunk
phrase.
and volunteering.
We'll see. Well, what's Jay's recollection on it?
Well, volunteering is a very strong word.
Fair.
It was more like there's going to be Olympic Games going on in a fucking comic book shop. So if you want to participate, and I said, okay, all right, fine. But it was more like you already like put my name in.
Yeah, like I think the last time we were together, you goofingly said, "Oh, I'd do that."
What else
I was
am I
like,
gonna do?
all right. And then when Sacco saw me, he was like, "You know what you guys should do?" He said it before I said it to me. He said, "You should get one of the guys from your show do it. You guys will have more fun with that." And I was like, "That's a smart idea."
Right.
As a matter of fact, I think Jay kind of volunteered. I'll double check.
Kind of.
I'll double check.
Okay.
And I believe
I wanna
I
say-
gave you an out. I'm just,
You didn't give me an out.
I didn't give you an out, but I was like, "Are you still up for it?"
And if it is, that was a Skype interview, and
It doesn't
and
count.
and you can't go back to the fucking video.
I can't prove it.
I overheard that conversation.
Okay.
Bob was nearby. He'll
And
vouch.
you're loud.
I'm loud, yeah.
He may not be reliable in court because he's family or something like that. You know what I mean? But whatever. Oh.
May or may not have been sober at the time.
Good turnout here, though, I have to say.
Yeah, got a few
Yeah.
people hanging out.
There's
They do
people.
this kind of thing all the time, and they get
walking
people
around.
coming in, and everyone buys a little bit.
See, I'm thinking of
Yeah.
going out.
Now, what is your name again? Casey. Did you compete last time?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So you had to put up with John Zombie John being in your vicinity?
Yeah.
You should get a reward just for that.
It's okay. We're just having fun. He's been on the
He's
show.
all right. He's never harmed you in any way, right?
He's been on our show. We have fun with him all the time. So.
We were just talking about how she has to put up with
I
your
like your
bullshit every
collar.
fucking Olympics. That's what we were talking about.
I always see you, but never interact with you.
So up next is the bags and boards. How you feeling about the bagging and the boarding competition?
All right.
All right. Now, where are you representing again in this one?
Which planet?
Bitch Planet. That's a good book.
Been there many times. It's fun time.
I don't think it's in my poll list anymore, to be honest with you.
Fuck you, Bill.
It should be, because I know I got slow, like they went off schedule, put it out, and I think maybe like I might have pulled it because I hadn't read it in a while. It was one of those things. But that was a sin. I got to get the trades. That's what I got to do. I got to now start picking up the trades and just go over to that side. Because that's what I did with Saga. Like Saga, I fell off and I was like, get the trades and stuff like that.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, Bitch Planet's a great book. People should check it out. Kelly Sue. I'm trying to think. What else we did? We did putting the books back on the shelf. Now, how did you do in that?
Pretty bad.
It's all right. It's all right. No one's doing great.
Last year I did like a lot better.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
What was
yeah.
the count
Yeah.
you did last year?
Like 9.
Was 9 really?
You got 9 books. It was
Yeah, I
just,
got
Were you on
No.
any heroin or any illegal
No,
substances
I don't know.
tonight?
I just
No.
I couldn't
Well-
recognize a lot of the books, even
No, I
though
hear you.
normally I'm like really looking at the wall, like really.
Right.
Right. One of the other competitors said that this year they seemed to be doing it in like subsets, where it wasn't just having a look for Jean Grey. You had to look for X-Men and then Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Well, that was John Zombie
Was that-
John's
do you find
excuse.
that was
I'm not
different
buying
than
it.
last year?
No, I agree with it was because it was like one of the ones I got stuck on was the Guardians of the Galaxy one, but like it was like I couldn't find the one.
because it wasn't the main book.
I realized that at the last second.
Yeah. See. They
That's
didn't,
because
they didn't. They
there's-
didn't make it easy. They were being a little clever this year.
There's 9
Yeah. I
different
think so.
S sections.
So.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just randomly pick one. So
I think
what's
that's the
going
thing.
on.
I think, like I almost like in my head last year, because I noticed it last year. I was like, I think that's like, not this. It's either a dick move, like in a way, or it's like totally like planned.
Watch your fucking mouth.
I'm sorry. It's a phallic move, or it's or it's a plan. I don't know. I'm not big on it. I'm not sure if I'm feeling that whole. Like you got to know, like you really got to be coming here on a regular basis to get that.
I actually do, but I was just like maybe also.
I'm gonna change that. You have to work here to get
Yeah.
that. Because last year, that's why the guy who won last year won last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been
Don't
here
get
an
me
hour.
started. Don't get me started
I've
on
never
that
been here
last year.
before in my life. Salute, Chiefy.
I feel like the people that come
Thank you.
here more are the people that did bad.
They'd like to
Yeah.
what? Bet?
They did bad.
Oh, they did bad. Oh, the
Yeah.
people that are here? Maybe. Yeah, I did 3, I think.
Yeah.
See, John's got no excuse. This guy sleeps here, I believe.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Well,
And you got,
for,
how many was the, what was the count?
performance enhancer?
There you go.
That's good stuff.
That's
Caffeine.
stuff
What
right
I get?
there.
I got
Caffeine,
3 or
lots of
something,
caffeine.
right? I don't know how that fucking happened. That was just luck.
What? You got the 3?
Yeah, and I've been here through these 3 minutes.
That's true. You barely even looked around.
Exactly. It's too red in here for me.
It is, but red is supposed to make you want to buy stuff.
See that? See that?
All
There you
right.
go.
I don't have my credit card with me. So red ain't working for Uncle Jay tonight.
But it's discounted.
But this
buddy.
is working.
Obviously, yeah.
This is the juice.
It's not even that. Like that's.
Do you listen to the Wicked Theory podcast? Do you know of this?
I've heard
We
of it,
do.
but I-
You've heard of it?
Yeah.
You should listen.
Yeah, for sure.
And watch me get drunk as the show goes on. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
we're gonna
'Cause
put
I'm
a
pretty
wrap
sober
on
when it
that
starts.
soon.
By 47 minutes in, John knows. Fuck Ed in his Last Jedi fucking interview. Fuck him.
Is it always you 3?
It's
There's 4.
us, and it's usually 4 of us. Where's Ed?
We lost
He was
Ed.
here.
There's
He's
a gentleman here who's a lot younger than us that we give a lot of shit to. I don't know where he went.
Well, Jay does.
He might be in the shitter. Who knows?
Jesus Christ, Jason.
Right.
But yeah, it's usually sometimes our buddy Dom is down. He kind of comes and goes. But yeah, I mean these are the cards. If you care so much, this is the regular show.
Please.
We might be still doing the Preacher versus Preacher show. We'll see what happens. And then Ed does the DCTV report. So check us out: iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music. Pretty much any. If you're into podcasts, any podcast app. If you search us, and then
And
there's
Uncle
other
Jay
addresses.
loves you guys, man. You guys, he's got the right shirt on.
And then on the Wicked Theory show, we do it live on Saturday nights
The guy
online.
that was sitting here.
There's an app
Yeah.
and stuff you can
We're live
download
right
if you
now,
want to see it that
actually.
You
much.
should beat the fuck out of him.
So.
I'll do it with you.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know. I
that's it.
just I don't know what was going on behind me. I just felt I got to chill.
You
It's
don't
on.
worry.
Yeah, yeah. We live.
Be happy.
Live is a little slow because it's the middle of the night on Saturday, but people download it later on. We get some hits.
We're
I'm not
doing
usually this-
okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not an alcoholic.
Between 3 shows, it's pretty good.
You know, this is,
I gotcha. And coffee.
I'm really a nice guy. I
Coffee's,
promise.
the coffee's mine, and he threw some in it. So now
I'm really a cool guy.
I just noticed the hearts.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I should practice my bag and boards. Count Dooku over here just beat the fuck out of me with his
Yeah.
fucking one fucking book.
Well,
What
Jay,
book was it? Well, you had 4.
Yeah. Yeah, they miscounted at the end. We count. We
I don't buy
counted
that.
5.
I wasn't there when they said that. You beat me by a fucking Flintstone book? Get out of here. I'm sitting down.
Well, you got lucky. You had a bunch of stuff right in here. You had a few right
So I
right in this
thought.
general area.
Wesley says slow maybe, but I'm always here.
So, how do you guys feel your chances are going into the next round?
I think I'll hopefully do okay here. I'm hoping just to place. I bombed last year in the bags and boards. Bombed.
Yeah, that's
It's
that one's
absolutely terrible.
whoever wants to lean
It's been a
towards
while
it.
since I've had to do any bagging and boarding, so I don't know.
Don't be shitting your excuses here. I haven't begged and boarded since Reagan was in fucking office.
Reagan.
yeah.
Wow. Wow.
But I think I'm
Uncle
pretty
Jay's
sure my
44
old
years
method
old,
for
you know.
doing it, so I'm pretty confident they should do a lot better in this round.
Are you taking video of me?
Do it like in a
That's fine, you know.
like as I go.
Right. How most readers do.
Yeah. So
So speed might not be the
yeah, I know, but maybe
but maybe you'll find that zone and you'll be able to get a rhythm going. Yeah. These guys aren't the greatest, so I don't think you got to worry about too much.
The competition's not too hard.
What do you like? What's your main
Athletics
book?
is not their strong suit.
Oh, cool. Very nice.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Saga's great. I'm actually at a point now where I have like 2 trade paperbacks, like because now it's gotten to a point where like since I'm finding with doing the trade paperback thing where it's
Yeah,
like
no,
you
look
just read the
44.
paperbacks. Fucking guy, like I'm like, why am I even talking?
I
It's the,
even
Jay-
have
it's the fucking
arthritis.
Jay
I'm
show.
sorry. I'm gonna get.
Yeah, we have to give him his own show just so he will shut
I
the
know.
fuck up on
I
this show.
Walk it off.
Well, we got to
My
give him
point was that
the
just like it
Drinking
feels,
with Uncle Jay show.
right.
I'm gonna go step outside.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, like I find like it's like those 6 months go by, I get the trade, and it's like, oh, I got to go reread the last one. Like I don't. It's like I should know where everything is, but I've lost track for some reason. I don't know if it's just that book or if it's because it's the only book I do that with, that I do the trade paperback thing.
I get that with a lot of books. I mean, I understand. I I do that with issues sometimes, just month to month. Like
Yeah, that
Paper
does happen.
Girls, like that one. You gotta reread that. Like
Paper Girls is a book that like I like to pretend I know where it's at.
Oh yeah, I feel like everybody.
Like that's.
I don't think it was meant to have like any definitive knowledge about it at this point. That it's even though it's like 20 issues in, it's still like developing.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things where it's only scratched the surface. It's like 26 issues or something
It could be
in.
a long book though. I would read it for a long time.
I think that's going to be the only way that you really can like retain it, because there's so much time travel stuff in that book that like it's just there's just too many things going on.
Yeah, I love all of Brian Higgins' books.
Get a little closer to that.
Oh.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. Should I repeat?
Yeah, what did you say
I
there?
love all of Brian K. Vaughan's.
Yeah, Brian K. Vaughan's amazing.
Yeah, like, I mean, he even wrote like a little bit on Lost, and that was good. Like, it elevated the show a lot.
Yeah, I like to put like I felt like with Lost too. Like I knew where he was at. Like I don't know what he did exactly, but the period where he's on the show, you almost kind of feel there's a difference going on.
He did like seasons 2 through 4 or 5 area. Like
Okay, that sounds
like
about right to me.
co-writing,
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, let's see, Runaways.
Yeah,
the
Runaways.
classic.
Why the Last Man, right? Was him?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's one that I still haven't gotten to the end of, because I started getting that. No, I know. I have the first 2 or 3 hardcover editions. Is how I was catching up with that, and that's a book that like those weren't coming out like on a regular basis. Now they're all out. So now it's just a matter of I got to crack open those last 2. But now it's been so long, I got to reread the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
But that's another one where I hear the ending is like really good, where it's like, you know, it may not be the most like earth-shattering thing, but everything wraps up really well, kind of a thing.
It's
From what I understand.
Like climactic, but it's a little sad, but like also not sad. Like
It's a perfect kind of ending.
yeah,
I've heard it say. Like, you know,
say that.
cool. People should check that out if you're listening. Still in the chat room. What do we got? 3 people. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Why the Last Man? If you're ever looking for a new book series, well, a book series you haven't read yet that's out in collected form.
Yeah, I bet everybody reads Saga probably.
Yeah, Saga's, you know, it's one of their top books now at Image. Saga's good stuff.
They're coming back soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because they have like those hiatuses.
They do. Yeah, they do a run that works out to a trade. Then they take a couple of months off.
I think that's productive for the like work to be consistently good.
I think that's the thing. I think you're absolutely right on that. Because they're not the only ones that do it now. There's a few creative teams that's like their MO. They'll just take that break, and it's, you know, it's factored into their thing. Like, I'm reading Southern Bastards. I don't know if you're reading that.
I've heard about it. I haven't read it yet.
So, you know, it's one of those ones where it's pretty intense. Like, you know, not crazy intense, but like it's, you know, it's one of these ones where like it's got you hooked in. You want it really bad, and then it's like. They were taking breaks like the other creative teams were, and then they ran into some personal stuff. And then it was like, you know, Jason Aaron's or the other Jakes, because it's just 2 Jasons. One of them.
Or Latour or something.
Yeah, Latour and Jason Aaron. So one of them, their father, I think, passed away. So it threw off this whole work schedule for them, you know. How we doing there, Uncle Jay?
I have no idea what I'm looking at.
So that's the Mixler in the chat room. Who's got? We got Meow God in
So,
there.
what are we talking about?
We're not talking about those.
Richard Simmons?
We're talking about comics, which is unusual
Yeah, imagine that. Talking about comics at a
on,
comic shop.
in a comic shop on a podcast that says we all read we're all into comics,
Yeah.
but I think I'm the only one that really picks them up on the regular. But which is why I really don't get into talking about comics as much, because when Ed was picking up books still, then it was like, okay.
Where is Ed?
I don't know. I don't know.
Couch.
Oh, he's sitting over there? Well, maybe this chair was giving him a hard time.
What are you doing over here next to me, Chief? I'm getting a little nervous.
the whole show is changing.
That whole cheese eating grin you got going, Chief.
But
we're gonna do a one-on-one podcast.
All right.
oh, Jesus Christ.
God forbid. Oh, here we see. I just sat down.
Oh no, we're going back.
Come on, KC. We're
All
up.
right.
Is that the trick-or-treat candy?
I guess so. I don't know. He's going around with a fez hat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, There you go. Head count. All good. Oh.
How's the?
How's what the chat room? Yeah. It's good. It's our two favorite people, Meow God and Wesley.
Was that English?
I don't know.
Make as many as you can in a minute. Do not put your hands on the board.
Ooh.
Until I say go.
Ooh. All right, let's take a look for this one, folks. This is Omar, who did not do so great. I just want to take a better look.
You want to let Ed do his best Al Michaels?
Ed, you want to come in with some Al Michaels?
Are you ready with your theory?
Yeah, baby. Hit it. Hit it when you're ready.
Omar, you ready? Go.
He's off. Doing the classic, picking up individually and stacking them in.
Oh.
Rather than the swift motion, he's taking his time, opening each envelope, and then sliding in the boards. He's gotten through 2 so far.
Ooh, this is going to be a rough competition for him, I think.
It is dangerous because he's actually taking his time to make sure he does it proficiently.
Right.
Than just like jamming them in.
It's he's doing the kind of thing that he's not going to get a rhythm until the very end. Like,
Yes.
I think he's going to feel that in the morning, Ed.
He might. It's possible. It's one of those kinds of things.
Now he's turning the bags over to the other side. Thinking
Okay.
that might be able to get him
He might
a better
gain some
in
speed.
there. Yes.
This is going to be one of those competitions where you can watch and maybe
Yes.
to pick up some things not to do type of thing.
Yes.
As you watch your other competitors.
Maybe I should get up off my ass.
Yeah, he's doing this. He's doing this with the precision of a mediocre French baking student.
Like what? Like a mediocre, like a C+ average.
Yes. Gotcha. Yeah, someone who probably graduate, but in terms of making a living at it, he will have difficulty down the road.
See, right now he's near the end, and he's getting
coming into the home stretch. He seems unfazed,
but he's gotten the rhythm
on getting
but he's
through.
found.
There is a heavy stack of bags and boards there.
Found his
The
rhythm.
last one is jamming him up.
Up. Double stuffing.
12, the double stuff.
Got to watch out for that double stuff.
Fun with Oreos, but not with bags and boards.
Not with. Got to watch out for the cream in the middle on that double stuff.
Yes, you're right. All right, so here's the thing.
Listen,
So
this
they
ain't Greenwich
cheated.
Village. Easy with the double stuff.
You can't. No.
Now it's not quite.
Christ Almighty.
Next competitor up. Tom Jones, our very own
Zombie John.
What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa.
Steps up to the bags and boards with confidence and sits down. Tapping his fingers, waiting for the go-ahead. And he's off.
Let's see if he's
turned it
pulling out
vertically.
This is our very own Zombie John
And he's doing a
Thompson.
very similar method. However, the first one seems to be tripping him up, but he's gotten it through. He's on his way now.
Is Tom Jones his real name?
I don't know.
No, it's his Jones name.
Tom John
Is
Jones.
it Jones' name
now
with a
he's
cat
actually
and alien?
pressing the board up against his chest.
Jonesy!
And sliding the bag on top
Jonesy!
of it. Now,
I've
now
got
he
it
switched
now.
back.
Meow.
He seems to be trying multiple different methods to seeing what works and gets him the correct
What are we playing
rhythm.
now? So Wesley's asking for a. So we're taking the.
He has the bags and boards in an L shape. Having the bag stay stiff now, and then sliding the board into it.
Like an L shape. This is known as the smash mouth method, I believe.
Hey, now you're an all-star.
Right.
Smash
Shape
that
of an
fucking
L. bag
and board, yeah.
Shape of an L.
Yes, he
On
does
your
have a nice
board, yeah.
rhythm. He is going at it. I haven't been counting that much, but it
We
seems
seem to have lost Bob.
It seems
Yeah.
like he's getting a better pace than Omar. Well,
And
Oh,
Bob
and
has
there he
returned.
is.
And Bob has returned as John Zombie John
yes.
nears the end of his moment in the spotlight with the smash mouth method. Which is basically not a bad name for it because he's just slapping them straight into the
They must
mouth,
be really damn good.
into the maw.
The dollar.
Elliot has just called out that he just bagged his 16th board.
I think we need to comment on Elliot's counting technique.
Yes,
That-
that is Elliot, aka Clone Jones.
I didn't know they were doing kung fu counting. He had a certain kind of bounce.
18.
Judges called it 18
18, which is first place at the moment.
for John Zombie, John Thompson,
Testing for
Jones,
roids.
Tom.
Come here, piss in this cup.
Man of too many nicknames. Real quick before they start pulling the other person over. Scale of 1 to 10, difficulty.
Not that difficult if you've been doing it.
Okay, I asked you for a number. Get away from me. Scale of 1 to 10. He's like, oh, let me tell you a story first.
Yeah, just
go away.
Just grab another shave first.
What was it?
Chief. Go ahead.
52? DC boy, right?
Just
Yeah,
grab
52.
another shave.
Yeah, I got you. Comic book reference. I got you. Smooth. Next competitor.
Duka's up.
Duka.
Now, he did comment to me before that this event did pester him last Olympics.
But he said he had an insider tip of a technique, but hadn't
Now
yet
he's shifted.
practiced it.
He's made the same L formation with the bag of the board that
One at a time.
John did. And again, this first bag is tripping him up, but he is moving on.
Very good. Very good. Bob, what was that, Bob?
Yes.
Ooh.
That's a superpower.
Special Olympics reference. What was that? I missed
Now,
Not in this event. Oh, all right.
yes. And now it does seem like he's struggling a little bit.
Living La
He
Vida
seems
Loca.
committed to making sure that the bag stays firmly pressed against the table as he slides the board into it.
Do you think that could be a result of his...
No, I'm not going to say anything disparaging about his disability.
Oh, I wasn't talking about that. I
I
just
will.
meant that he likes to make
Fuck
that
him.
noise.
Oh, okay.
You brought it up.
Thank you for
I
putting
was-
your microphone.
I was just
against your
being
hand.
very vague.
Trying to comment, Bill. So he's going for it. Seems like he's gotten a little bit of a better rhythm, but I don't know if he's able to keep the same pace as Tom Jones.
No.
We're going to see.
See, Tom Jones had the rhythm, but Duke has got the rhythm that's going to move you.
He keeps having trouble getting it started. And
That's a common problem for men of his age, but
Yes.
we
And
don't have to.
then-
We don't have to bring that up.
And then after a little bit of struggle, he's able to flow it right in.
That's usually how that goes. You just got to relax, give it a moment. Oh, time's up.
10.
10 seems to be the preliminary number. The
Hey,
judges
Ed.
will count.
I'm just going to let you know something. When I get up there, I'm going to listen back.
See what you said
And if
about
I
me.
hear anything wrong, the DC TV report. 4-week ban.
4-week.
And the
Casey.
Sunshine Band.
Oh.
Casey.
Do a little dance.
Casey, our only
Bigger than
female
love.
competitor.
Only female competitor. That's correct. Don't touch the bags and boards. Oh, setting up her
Yes.
bags into position. Nice.
Yes.
Technique. As she gets a rhythm, she'll probably speed it up.
Also,
Three.
same as the previous two competitors.
That's
getting
pretty
that
good
L
comment.
shape, and then
gonna go,
having the bag firmly on the ground
hassle the
and
competition.
sliding the board into it. She does seem to have a good pace here.
No, he's still going to go.
She uses one of the outside edges in a triangle formation.
One
then
corner
sliding in the other end.
first type of thing. I got you.
Yes.
I got you.
Going through Bruce's pace.
Our buddy Uncle Jay has disappeared into the crowd.
She is very. There's a look of it. There's a look of intense focus on.
What did
her
you say?
face. She's-
I just said that you disappeared into the crowd. That's literally all I said.
John Zombie John is the fucking crowd.
He's not. Well, you walked away from the table. That's all I said. I wasn't even giving it a criticism. I was about to kind of go somewhere, but nothing
They don't
happened.
hear
30
says
seconds.
anything.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Derogatory.
Casey, who was on here just a little while ago.
I'm going to be
And
hosting.
I think she's doing pretty good.
She's
I've
feeling
lost
pretty
count. I've lost count, but I think she's past 10.
Yes. She's an angry look on her face, but just cracked a smile. She's ready.
Oh,
She
okay.
feels
She
confident.
feels
I think
good.
she's
She
been
feels
counting and thinks she's doing
She's-
well, but a bit of a trip up. And
She said, "Wait,
just go through.
let me start over." Oh, it's a stop. She couldn't finish. She couldn't finish the last one. It's going to be a pure
Yes,
count.
yes. The last bag was the last board was only about
18.
It was, how much? She had 18. Nice. Very well
18
done.
is the number to beat.
Very well done, Casey.
It's a tie for first place, Bill.
I heard if there's a tie, there's a death match that goes on in the alley.
Those bags, Bill.
Well, no,
they're-
that's why we have two other events.
Thank God for that. less
Now,
bloodshed.
Bill, those bags, they're actually a very thin, very slippery plastic.
Yes.
Very difficult to separate the bags themselves, and not to mention the layers of the bag to get the cardboard inside.
Here goes our buddy Jay. Let's see how this goes.
And Jay's drunk.
Just a little.
Jay has turned his hat backwards and now has thrown it back onto the table. After slamming, he picks up a bag and then folds it in. Has trouble getting it in, getting the first board into the bag. It seems like there's almost a force field letting him in.
And it seems like Uncle Jay has forgotten how to use his arms.
And he's complaining about the structure of the bag as he's trying to jam the board into it. It seems he's a little out of practice. Rather than the previous competitors who kept the bag onto the table, he is lifting it about 6 inches and then doing it down. In fact, as he slides the board into it, you can almost hear the bag crinkle as if it's about to burst.
Yeah, he's definitely manhandling it. Not only that, I think he attacked Duca verbally.
Yeah.
I think Duca had a joke and he didn't like it.
Oh, now he's coming after me.
Oh, well, I don't blame him. You probably said something. Well, we know that's not true. He said he's never going to drink Jack Daniels again.
One can only hope.
The one night the fucking camera doesn't work. You know, this is what I wanted it for. These gems.
Yes.
So let's see, Uncle Jay. Clock is still ticking. He's got an interesting technique. That one doesn't count. It's got to be all the way in. Had some difficulty with the one board.
He's requesting his hooch.
Nope, stop. Oh. The judges are going to come across and they're going to count up his wares. 7? Not bad. Yeah, but I mean that's
7.
It's
He's
placing.
the low man.
Respectable.
After coming in second.
Jay not happy with his performance.
Let me say, I got a few things.
Oh boy,
Jay, you're in the running here for at least third place, I think.
that's the first thing you wanted to say.
Clone Joe's is announcing the scores.
Hold on. Nice. Omar 12. Tied for first place. KC and Tom Jones tied at first place for 18 each.
All right, 2 things. 1, I'm drunk.
Yeah, we know.
2, they're tight bags and boards.
That's just how it goes.
All right, that's it.
You know?
They're
That's the only excuses I got. Other than that,
Right. I hear you. Otherwise, it is what it is. Those are your only 2 variables.
But you know what? The chat room loves me, right?
Yeah. Let's see what they got going on here.
Where's Heno at?
No, he's out. Just Wesley and Meow got still in there. Damn it, Jay. I keep finishing those songs you start singing. That's from a little while ago. And then the most recent one, you're going to get one of those damn songs stuck in my head.
Yeah.
So I think at this point, you should probably
I'm in last
sing
place.
another song for him.
I'm in last place. Congratulations, guys.
You still got a chance. There's 2 more events.
KC and John Thompson, John Zombie Face, Tom Jones. So,
Is it John or Tom?
Either one.
No, seriously, I'm asking you.
he's not a
question.
Fed.
My Jones name is Tom Jones.
Jones' name is Tom
You got a
Jones.
Jones name.
So in your real name, there's no Tom at all.
We don't do that.
Your real name is John
Congratulations,
Thompson.
well deserved. I am a little.
If you want to know the story behind my Jones name,
I'm sorry that I had to meet you like this.
Many years ago,
It's terrible.
it was
I'm
the
really-
second anniversary. I believe it was the second anniversary of
Bro.
Comic Book Jones. We had the little soiree at 120 Bay or whatever it was called back then. It's like, and,
You want
it's
a
like,
shot
this is back
of
when soccer
Jack
still
Daniels?
drank.
This
You
is
sure?
the longest fucking story. Well, they're gonna. Here's the thing. It's too much crosstalk. As much as I want to talk to you right now, these guys are running their own show, and I'm running my own show over here. And these poor people listening at home, you know, they can't keep heads or tails
This
of
is
it.
all your fault.
It is all my fault. I did say this was my idea.
As soon as I sat down, I knew I wasn't winning.
Yeah.
But
I'm not going to do good on that long move boxing. I'm not strong in the arms. I'm strong in the legs.
we're gonna set up the tiebreaker right now.
The squat.
Oh boy. So our friend Tom Jones, Zombie John, taking his position as part of the tiebreaker.
Ready, set, go.
This is the tiebreaker for first place.
That's correct.
Somebody please play the Jeopardy theme. I need to get a slice of slab or something.
Still didn't get that slab of slice, huh?
Huh?
John Zombie John, making good progress, making good time. He's being maybe a little too cautious, but he's got 30 seconds on the clock. He's doing pretty good so far.
He's got a rhythm.
He's got a rhythm.
If he can maintain a pace.
There we go. We have a new remote producer.
Palmer might be out of a job.
Go fuck yourself, Trebek.
What's the difference between you and what the? I forget the joke.
I'll take anal bum cover for 300.
All right.
What was John's number?
John, what was your number? 10.
10 this time around.
10.
Big difference.
I noticed that.
Does leave room for Casey, who had it's 18 just as you. Room to pull ahead.
Quite a bit.
KC, Wicked Theory's behind you.
She is the cutest.
Yes.
Already on pace to if she can keep up the
already
pace.
setting a nice rhythm.
If she can keep up that pace, I think she'll beat him easily.
She's using the lay the plastic on, keep the plastic on the table. Keep it flat, smooth.
Right. And just try to slide the board right in. Yeah.
One nice smooth motion, get that board in there.
Right.
It can be difficult.
When you're loaded on whiskey.
Yeah.
That I think that might have been a factor in your.
Yeah, you look like you were
like 6
playing for the
inches off the
special.
table.
He did pick up the first one like it was an evidence bag.
That's it. Casey, first place. They stopped her at 11.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice. KC representing Bitch Planet. The best books out there. Very nice, very nice.
In a good position.
I just got a text message
For
from
the next
bitches.
round.
They said they were very happy. They're from the planet Bitch.
So, how have you done in the other events? Now, you placed it first in this one. What was the? How'd you do in the other events? Do you remember how you placed?
The Bitch, that's good. That's a good one.
Okay, right. Okay,
Yeah. To bitchiness.
you tied it for 4.
I don't know who that was.
Right. So, okay, and that was the only two events so
God,
far,
you know what
right?
she's doing?
Okay, so
What did I miss? What's going on?
yeah, there's at least right the box and the trivia.
No, of course not.
So right now I think
Who's in the chat?
that
Is that
puts you in
Wesley still?
first,
God, you know, you gotta
and
send
based on the point system, one of these guys is second and third.
I'm going to send them out.
Wesley's
think.
attendance record is just wonderful.
I'm actually here, so I think that counts a little bit.
It does.
But yeah, and then Omar could be the dark horse here. Because he's done well enough now, pulled himself up enough where he could actually, in the next couple events, pull into the contention.
And it's
So
out of
he's got someone to be watching out for.
Let me get you right above it. Please.
Please.
No, I'll be fine.
There's too many options. I can't get it. Big sale.
If I win. Thanks.
Is that Scarlet Witch?
This is Nico.
Ah, very nice. Marvel Legends.
Yeah, I didn't even know the new one for her. I'm like, she's one of my favorite characters. If I win something, I'll get this. It'll be a treat.
I'm rooting for you. I ain't winning.
If I get it.
You might still be like third. The way the numbers are going, one of you two is second and third, I think. I'm not.
Well, I came in first and the second one.
Next event is the long box deadlift.
The long
That I might be all right in.
You two first and second, and then one of you two.
Just saying, in previous years, the trivia is like the clincher event.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose on that.
Anybody call Cab? Cab here.
It should have been me, right?
Dude, they might start you with like a whole bunch of Star Wars trivia.
Nah, it's comic book.
There will
trivia.
probably be like a Star Wars question because they try and make it like fair.
I haven't kept up with books in 20 years.
Well, you don't know what it's going to be from.
Yeah.
You do have a chance because it's a lot of like random stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're still in contention at this point. We've only done 2 events. We got 2 more to go.
The deadlift last year, a guy won the deadlift and didn't do well in any other event and still made it to the finals. There was a tiebreaker final that he made it
I'm
to.
good. I'm good at that.
So, yeah, I'm gonna think you're gonna do okay with the lifting.
I know I'm not gonna win. That's
Well, I don't think you have to. I think as long as you can stay in contention, any one of you actually, as long as you guys can just do well enough to stay in contention in this one, it could be anyone's. It can really be anyone's.
I'm in the bag there.
With at the trivia point.
Yeah. I do.
Jay is also drunk though, which may give him a disadvantage.
Yeah, exactly.
An advantage or a disadvantage, depending on what kind
Either
of drunk
one.
he is.
Jay will be wobbling to and fro as he tries to hold his
It's all right.
box steady.
As long as I'm holding it, right? That's all that matters.
As long as you keep it above the chest.
No, I do. I work out. I press weights. I'm in the bag. I shouldn't have drank.
You have more books back on the shelf than I do.
Yeah, but even that was like, I saw myself like withering away.
How you feeling, Jay?
I'm good. How you doing, Chiefy? Things are good?
Oh, well, that might be. You might get surprised. You don't know where the trivia is going to come from, and they don't know what really is going to be your strongest suit.
There was an aliens.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm good
That's
at that.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
You got a
I'm
pull
good.
list? Yeah. Okay. Then they kind of know.
You should go to Chiller Theater, man.
Yeah?
You never hear of it?
I've never been to Chiller.
Okay.
You've heard of it, though.
I've heard of it, yeah.
You should go. I'll be there.
Where do they
Right.
usually hold Chiller?
Huh?
Yeah.
Where do they usually hold it?
Parsippany,
And
New
there's a
Jersey.
lot of stuff now on
You drive?
TV with the DC
drive,
stuff,
but
so
I don't
that
usually drive
and they
too
do hit
far.
on
Oh, okay.
a lot of the comic
Like,
stuff,
it's
even
like
if they're not doing it
driving
100%
Monster Mania is
right.
like suddenly like taking its toll on me.
Oh, but the thing is, Monster Mania is also a long drive.
Yeah.
Fucking Chiller Theater is
So
like less than half.
Oh, okay. That's not so
So
bad.
Parsippany.
All right.
Good guess.
I don't know. I don't drive to Jersey that often. It's like most
Well,
of
I
the
don't
time-
blame you.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to because I live there, and it's awful. Fuck Newark. We're still going. What happened? Did I miss something?
I was trying to interview her and trying to keep things going until we have.
And I'm talking. You know what? Here, you want to? Sorry.
But you guys were talking. That's fine.
We're talking about Chiller Theater.
I went to Walker Stalker once. when I was-
Walker
when I
Stalker,
was
that's in Jersey.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, Monster Mania is all the way in Cherry Hill. That's
Yeah.
almost Philly.
It's like balls deep in Jersey.
That's, yeah, you're damn right.
Damn right.
Someone found some stuff.
Oh, boy, oh boy.
Good,
Wonder
you took
Woman?
Ed's chair. Because we're pissed at him. Or at least I am.
You always are.
He's, 28 years old.
So you
He's
guys
harping about Man of
No,
Steel.
nothing. I'm just kidding.
have you guys seen that little Black Panther
I
movie?
love him to death. That's why
I've
give him
seen
a hard
it.
time.
Yeah.
Bop, bop, bop.
I gotta see
It's
it
horrible,
again.
isn't it?
What?
Bop,
It's
bop, bop.
absolutely horrible, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's terrible. It's the worst movie I
Yeah.
ever saw.
He's the kind of guy that you love him so much that you have to fucking hate him a little bit. At least I'm the only one we both do hate him enough to love him.
So what did you guys think of that movie?
I definitely want to see it again. It's like I feel like it's
What,
like a movie
Showgirls?
Black
That's a
Panther.
horror film, right?
It's a gem.
I loved it. I thought like it was really like culturally enriched. Like even though some of it probably wasn't accurate, but like for the movie, I think like it was a big step in direction for like
What film? I don't even know.
Black Panther.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about JFK or Nixon.
Yeah, really good actors, I'd say.
I liked it. I didn't love it. I think I told them last week. Showgirls.
And that tells you all you need to know, really.
I'm kidding. I'm a Scorsese guy. Goodfellas, Raging Bull.
Yeah.
As far as pop culture, what is Star Wars? I'm a Star Wars fan.
And big.
Yes, I did. That is one of the big things I had with.
Don't get us started, please. Don't.
I liked it too.
See? Me too.
I like
Fuck everybody else.
It was a very
Uncle
polarizing.
Jay and KC, like fucking. You know what? That's the name of the goddamn show.
That's the name of the
That's the name of
episode?
the goddamn show. You're going to be famous.
It's a very balanced movie.
Yeah. On a small scale. Small scale famous.
There he is. There's the fucking villain.
The villain.
We give him a seat, man.
Was that Sacco or Ed?
Yeah, really. They
I
came
was
in
just talking
together.
with my good friend KC over here, who happened to love The Last Jedi.
You see how we always get back to that? You leave the room, Ed, for 5 minutes.
You see what happens? Now I'm going to go get a slice of slam.
There you go. Mic drop. Uncle Jay. Sorry if you're wearing headphones.
I'll do this one last fucking lifting thing. Like I didn't lift enough today.
No, you need to carbo load right before. We would just
Got
carbo.
Bud Lights.
Carbo loading.
Yeah.
You didn't like The Last Jedi?
Casey's like, you didn't like The Last Jedi?
I had a few issues. He had more than a few issues.
Yeah, there were a few issues. We all agreed on that, but it was just our love waned differently for each of us.
It was better than Force Awakens.
Yeah, absolutely. That one scene where the sound goes. It's silent when the
ship pierces
when
the other
what's her name
ship.
takes the ship. Yeah, it was a very polarizing moment, and I thought they did it excellent. It was the right thing to do.
One of the biggest oh shit moments I've ever seen.
Right. A lot of people complained about that though because it was
I masturbated
too
in the theater
real.
3 times,
Not surprised.
and that was the first 20 minutes.
That was in the trailer.
that was the trailer.
Not gonna lie, it's one of the things that kind of ruined it for me.
What, did I masturbate in the theater?
Is this generation's Pee Wee Herman, people?
Oh, boy. Classy.
I did it for you.
Oh, you Bob, you missed you.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was an opportunity there.
Classy.
Thank you. That was Bob's stunt double for that.
There you go. Yeah, if you need a stunt double in your future, let me know.
Sound effects stunt double. Bob Sweeney.
No, I'm no Michael Winslow. You see his Led Zeppelin thing on YouTube?
Yeah, I did. You showed me. Yeah.
Like he's done that. Like if you look that up, like a few different versions of that.
Yeah.
He does that like all the time now. Like he must have done it someplace and it got viral.
He did a Jimi
Yeah.
Hendrix years ago.
Okay, and then like now it's like his go-to
In fact,
thing,
Yeah.
kind of.
One of the police academies, he did the Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, I remember him having a bandana
Yeah,
on. And
yeah. I
stuff.
remember, he was like doing the air guitar, but he could actually do air
Yeah,
guitar.
better than some sound systems.
Yeah.
Now, John, are you buying anything today?
He did
I might
Fox
buy
and
something
Idiot.
later, it's like towards the end of the night.
And what are you going to buy? What's on your checklist?
I might buy like a trade or two.
A train?
A trade.
A trade. Oh,
Trade.
okay, sorry.
Trade paperback.
Oh, I know what they are. I mean, I just misheard.
Like,
Woo! Some of these having a little too much fun.
I was born with a mushmouth, so.
Yeah. I think
And,
we know what
I've been drinking, so.
I think we already
You
know
haven't been
Casey's-
drinking as much as me, Chief.
No, I certainly have. I've been sticking to beer. You've been like pounding that hard liquor like it's
Well,
water.
the thing is this. I like to have a little drink on the weekends. I'm not an alcoholic, as Bill likes to point out.
I just say that that's
I
the
like to
first
have
thing
a drink on the
alcoholics
weekends,
say.
too.
That's all I'm saying.
and the weekdays, and the weeknights.
I like to have a little fun. I'm sure everybody likes to partake. Oh, who's this? Is this 5-0?
It's from the
It's
pizzeria.
5-0.
It's 5-0.
It's 5-0. I know Jump Street when I see it. No, I'm just kidding.
It's Bob,
Yeah, I know.
It's Bob Ross.
I know.
That's how they sell it. That's how they sell it.
I see the 9 mil. I see the 9 millimeter.
Is that a paint? You got any like happy trees in there? Got any happy little trees in
Hey,
there?
dude, you're up on the wall. Yeah, dude, if you doubt me, look at the wall.
Just asking if you're holding.
They have a poster of Bob Ross on the wall over here at CBJ.
We're getting
Yeah,
ready
well,
for the
the box
next.
is like a-
Take on the long boxes.
So I think we all know what Casey's going to be getting because Casey already saw a few things that she would be getting with her winnings, right? You showed me what was it?
It was Nico Minor figure. She's from Runaways. And
Okay.
I mean, I'm looking at these trades here. It's Wonder Woman by Brian Azzarello.
Oh, okay.
And then Winnebago Graveyard. I have some stuff in my pool. Might maybe get like Poison Ivy. What else? A couple things.
It's always good to have be able to use a gift card on your list, on your pull list. Because that always gets bigger than you really wanted.
Yeah, I've never even gotten a gift card here before. Actually, I've spent only money here. And
Tonight might be your night, my dear.
yeah, I mean, I get good sales. I think I've spent $2,000 here, though. Maybe it's
You spent
approaching
$2,000
that.
here?
Approaching 2,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that clocks? You have like a card or
Well,
something?
they have it on their like web thing.
Well, like I said, I've been here 3 hours.
Yeah,
In my entire
no,
life.
They have like a system where they give you $5 for every 100. So
Maybe I
use
should
those a
buy
lot.
something.
And
So I don't
$10
I'm not a
for
fucking
1,000.
freeloader.
With the
I
amount,
got
with the
110
amount,
once. Yeah, no, they said. Well, last time I asked a couple months ago, they said I was at 1,800, 600, something like one of those.
Oh, I don't even want to know. Like,
And I've spent like at least $100, $200 since. Yeah. What are you at?
Let's see. It's like I've been a customer here for it's like 10 years, but as long as they've been open, it's like so. It's like I could probably. Basically, I probably could have bought like like a Lexus or maybe like a Mercedes, one of those maybe like a Cadillac or something. It's like with the amount of money I've spent here over 10 years.
Start a retirement plan.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's like if I had actually like the money I spend on comics here, it's like if I just like actually save the money, put it aside, I could retire right now and like.
let me put it like
live
this:
to, an old age.
one of the first times I saw John in here, he had a stack of books that I thought he worked
Like
here.
up his ass.
Well, I thought he worked here, and he was
yeah.
putting them on the shelves.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
But that was his pull.
I had a mighty stack.
That was his pull list.
That was his pull
Quite
list.
a mighty
It's like
stack.
maybe he was a couple of weeks behind or something, but it was a big like.
So no, I was buying just about like everything. Like, it was a little bit of everything: Marvel,
Yeah.
DC, Image.
Well, as all you guys know, this place, Comic Book Jones, does a lot of tailgate with
Right.
movies.
oh yeah, tailgates.
This
Tailgates are the
coming year,
Tailgates are where I usually walk home with like the most stuff, like
Yeah.
like toys, statues.
this coming year, I'm
Trees.
betting there's going to be more tailgates
Oh, man.
at this store than ever because
I'll
of
tell you,
everything
with
that's
the-
coming out.
so especially the next phase of Marvel movies. It's like so many tailgates here.
Yep.
Every time there's a Marvel or DC movie, anything comic book related,
Any comic book movie.
they have a tailgate party here, and they cut the prices by what they
Up
they
to-
they,
up
they
to
pull them out of a bag,
anywhere
right?
from
They
20,
got a wheel now.
but usually anywhere from 20 to 60%.
Yeah.
So some serious discounts are possible.
Serious discounts are possible. And we walked in after the Black Panther one, and it was 55% off. And
Yeah, that's
and
right.
I was a little bit pressed for time, and I was like, I don't know. Like I was like, I should be buying something
Yeah,
and
50
taking advantage of this crazy
At
discount. but
55% discount,
Yeah.
you should be like
I just
buying.
picked up just
figures.
picked up my week's
just
books.
walk along
High-end
the shelf and
figures.
just rake comic books off the shelf. Just like don't even like look at what you're buying.
It's half.
Just
Yeah.
dump them all in a fucking big bag. It's like fuck it, it's 55% off.
I should have went crazy on like graphic novels and trades and stuff like that. You know, really
You're
should take
broken
advantage
your
of
arms walking out with the amount of trades you could buy 55% off.
it. You know, it's
I like
surprising
the
how
fact that
fast.
you took Ed's spot. That's wonderful. I'm still trying to get over it.
I'm Ed.
Yeah,
if
where'd
he
he go? He went up to the front there somewhere?
I'm not sure.
I haven't seen him.
I
I don't know.
don't know. Jay's cracking up. I missed.
I shut it off.
Oh, okay.
You had a cool?
right over here.
You had a cooler?
Over here.
So we have
There's
Wesley
all
wants to know if the games are over. No, the game's not over.
Would you like a beer?
We're setting
We
up
have
for the
beer
next
here.
one,
Going a drinker?
Speaking of beer.
which is going to be the long box deadlift.
You cheap, yeah. Unlike me, who's like ready to fall
I don't know
down.
if I want to mix it with coffee either. I feel like that's like a disaster.
No, coffee is good. That keeps
Yeah?
it. The caffeine keeps you awake, keeps you steady.
Well, with beer?
Well, beer is not going to hurt you. This that's right in front of you. This will hurt you.
yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
sorry I did it.
I like wine better, anyways.
Then again, it's adding comedy to the show, right? So fine.
That's debatable.
Yeah. Although the attempt at bagging was quite comical.
Yeah, well,
With all the banter you were going on.
Yeah,
It's the context and the afterthought. Really regret not having that camera set up.
Yes,
Let me
I was
tell
just
you.
going to say that, Bill.
Really
really
regret
need
it
to
not
have the
having-
video.
But you know
we
what?
were going to do
For
our
you-
first video feed from here, but it didn't work out.
So, but for you, you should be
What
happy.
happened?
We just
all
set up the
about the
camera,
camera. It's all
tested it last night, and everything worked, and then got it all here and
I saw you
put it to
leaning
work.
into it a little bit.
So,
I know, a little bit.
Well,
Good stuff.
I'm sure people want to still hear the various
Yeah, this part.
voices talking over each other.
This is normally just a radio show.
I'm not an alcoholic. I just want everybody to know that. I don't drink during the week much.
Someone else is here. You can take this.
Yeah.
This way you don't.
Spin that around.
Yeah, take Ed's spot.
There you go. All right. So I think in a couple of moments,
What about
we're going to be setting up for the next game.
Omar? We haven't had everybody over here. Omar's over there drinking. So I don't know. Should we have him over here?
You're not drunk yet. If you tell me you're still drunk in that piss water, I'm going to raise hell right here.
He's still drinking that same can of
You're
Schaefer's.
going to see a nuclear bomb go off.
I
Speaking
think
of nuclear
I think
bombs,
that
how you
can-
doing, John Zombie John Thompson?
I think that can was emptied, and now he's just dipping it back into the pit in there and drinking the ice, the melted
The
ice.
melted ice water.
Well, see,
Yeah,
now
yeah,
you
yeah.
have to
Looking
listen
good.
to us because you're going to be on this show. You're all over this show. We're going to make a star out of you. I'm Ed McMahon. Yes.
Actually would.
You are correct, sir. Somebody just bought a Rancor. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Shiva and Ezekiel.
That's not cheap right there.
No, that was like
thought
300
that was
bucks,
right.
I think.
We were admiring that in the case.
25% off.
I've done nightly tonight.
I thought it was a Rancor. It was really Ezekiel and Shiva.
Yeah, from Walking Dead.
That's an easy mistake.
And I don't know if you were over there when the dude, he reached in the case and like the base that it's on, it spins. So like you don't have to move it like to reposition it. Like it just spins like on a dolly that's built into it. But it was pretty cool.
I want to need.
It was big.
Kind of look like. Everywhere I go, these are easy.
Yeah.
And they want that. It's almost like it's so trendy that they want that in their show. Like that's what they want, a guy with a goatee.
Yeah. It's a look. Yeah, it's a look now.
Like I'm not.
You want to borrow my red
They
scarf?
want to take the
And my black jacket?
The character. I'm saying that they want to feed off that.
Yeah.
Their own
Oh, sure. It's a certain kind of look. He's in that
Look at the big balls on you.
stomp foot.
Fucking stuff. Getting eaten all everywhere I
He
go.
drives me crazy with the weird leg thing.
You are badass.
Intermission seems to
That's
be
pretty
over.
good. All right, back.
Start. Yeah, judges have had their cigarette break and their beer
Oh, you
break.
didn't hear about the 30-foot wolf?
All right. Hold on a second. Let's be able to hear him. Oh,
Do we have to get in the character?
a little bit. So
I'm not worried.
we're going to draw names for this round. See who goes first.
No.
Yeah.
What's the question? No. We're good. We're good.
No. We've been waiting with dead air for quite some time.
Yeah, John just told us his life story. It was wonderful.
We all fell asleep.
Contestant with a long box deadlift. Now remember, you've got to lift it, hold it away from your chest. If it goes below your waist, your time is up.
All right.
And you cannot lean it against your body in any way. All right?
No leaning against the body. Keep it above your waist.
Dude, you just got 86 by Ed. Dude, you're never going to live that down.
Ed tapped you out.
Ever.
Hello. Welcome back, Edward O'Hare. Just in time for the next competition.
The Champ Jones Duca.
All right.
Duca.
Duca takes first.
All
Duca
right.
is up first.
Representing Springfield.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's a shithole.
He's assuming the position. And go. He's up. Keeping it off the chest.
That looks like it's on his chest a little bit.
Remember, he gets 1 point for every 10 seconds he can hold it.
They might let you
yeah.
have it, probably.
Yeah, they're not. It doesn't look like they're pushing too much. He's trying to keep it off his chest.
His wrists are
I
tensing.
think that's really the thing that they're looking for here.
And that's going to be the breaker for people.
His
It's not going to be.
face is
You
shivering.
can't just lean back with it up high.
Well, he's put it down already.
So, okay, 30
Oh.
seconds. Okay,
3 points, 1 point for
All
every
right.
10 seconds. Very
Duca
good,
with a
very
very
good.
respectable 30 seconds. These boxes are not light. They're
No,
points.
not at all.
These are long boxes.
Count Dooku.
How many comics do you think are in a long box, Bill?
107.
$1,600,000.
Okay.
I'm just going to go Price is Right numbers and go over Jay's.
Okay.
I don't know. Offhand, I'm not sure, but this particular box
Who do
is.
we got? Who's up next?
Yeah, baby, go.
Casey.
All right, Casey. Here we go, Casey.
Who actually, I believe, did very well in this last time around. Last 2 years ago.
Oh, she did.
I
Do
think
it for
so.
the bitches.
All right.
She's getting in a stance, and she's lifted off the ground.
All right.
She's going to give it her all. She's going to give it a go.
All right. As long as you can, Casey. Think of all the free comic books, Casey.
It's a lot of free books. Free.
All right.
It drooped below her waist, but she got 2.
No, you
Good
managed 2
stuff.
points.
Good stuff.
Very
You
good
managed 2
stuff.
points. That was very good.
Very good.
You beat Omar's book roll.
Did you feel like you did better than you thought you would?
I think about right.
Seems about right with
Okay.
his own. That's fair. That's fair.
Nice job.
That implies
How do you feel?
Dead inside, she said.
Dead inside.
Like The Walking Dead?
Dead
Don't open,
inside.
dead inside.
She said so. Dead inside. All right, our next competitor, Omar.
All right.
Yeah. Well, that's going to do him in.
Yeah.
He went real
Omar
high.
Omar seems to be in fairly decent shape here.
Yeah.
He
Omar's
lifted,
good.
that, he lifted that quite quick.
I'm expecting a 4-point out of Omar today.
Decent shape if it's the
Yeah, we might
Scarecrow.
have someone going for 4 points
from
right here. Jay,
Wizard
you're
of
gonna have
Oz.
to do like a minute.
I think I can manage that, maybe.
You might be able to.
It's a whole muscle group like nobody ever really uses. Like
Yeah.
this whole
Well,
kind
that's
of
what
upper
I think.
shoulder thing. You know what I mean?
Those muscles on the sides of
Then
your...
again, that's Jay's default stance. It's like,
Yeah.
you know? Oh,
John the
drooping,
Zombie.
drooping.
That's terrible.
Oh, he's up to 4 points, but it's at that waist level.
He keeps fighting it.
Up.
He's trying to make up for his poor showing in the first event.
Yeah, he's passed.
5 points.
5 points.
Okay. All right.
Good job, Omar.
Represent.
Excellent outing for Omar.
Well done, buddy. Well done. Well done.
Yes.
Well done.
Well done. Very well done.
And I'm still sober. So.
All right.
All right, next up.
Here we
Jay
go,
from Endor, also known as Uncle Jay.
Jay has lots of experience lifting heavy bottles filled with liquid.
This might be
This
his.
might
This might be his particular game.
And he does that repetitively.
Fair enough. Let's listen close because he'll say something silly. All right, and he's up.
Oh, we have a very easy, good stance, good posture.
Don't use up all your oxygen yelling at people. That's his style.
He's lifting that like a baby.
Like it's nothing.
Jay, so confident he's talking back to the judges.
He's basically a shaved down Sasquatch. I don't know if anybody really knows
Yeah.
this. But
Once considered for the job of Wookiee #2 in Star Wars.
which explains his love of Endor. All right, I think he's coming up on 4 points.
Right.
He's at the 40-second line. He's got to go for the full minute to kind of outdo anybody in this particular competition.
All right.
It's getting a little droop.
All
It's
right.
getting some droop. He's probably
Almost there, Jay. Almost at first place.
He's at about mid-belly, the bottom of the box.
Yeah.
But doing pretty good.
Keep going.
6 points. Woof, woof.
All right.
Whoa.
6 points, almost 7. Couldn't hold 7. Okay.
Primal screams
All right.
are allowed. Very good, Jay. Very good.
All right.
Yeah, it starts
Yeah.
cutting into your hands.
Yeah.
It was actually that. You can see.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
digs,
like the
digs
way-
into your fingers, the cardboard.
Everyone's got a different grip.
I think it's because it's like this, like
John
moving my
Zombie
wrists
John
like
up
a
next right
80,
now.
90-degree angle.
Well, you think the angle you were holding your wrist at was making it more difficult for you?
I don't think John Zombie John.
Yeah. You're like
He's at the 1 second
like
one.
John's got his. They're kind of being pulled down like that.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah.
It's the grip. Oh.
I was going to drop it.
No, yeah, you were starting to get like a little blood blister there. It's all purple. Or in that little spot.
Right.
In your finger joint.
Now, John Zombie John Thompson's a long-time customer here, and he's highly, highly motivated to try and get first place.
Yeah.
He's got
He likes free stuff.
Yeah. And I'm sure he's got a huge pull list.
Yeah. Discounts could really help a guy like that.
Probably one of everything. I'm guessing.
Maybe two.
What do you think? Archie's?
Yeah, I think he's a big.
Archie's.
I think he's a big Veronica fan.
Yeah.
But Veronica Mars. Yo, you started pretty high.
You started. You just stood straight up.
Yeah. And you had it like right here for like the longest time. Like
Yeah,
right,
you were up
when you came
through
down,
4.
you held it like right in the middle for a while. Yeah.
7. Ooh.
What?
7. He pulled a 7.
Upset. Oh.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
See, folks, pushing a mop around builds
That-
up that upper body strength.
That's
You're
got to be the
swabbing-
biggest. That's got to be the biggest upset since the 1987, Minnesota State Whistling Contest.
Right, exactly. That's what I would say too. That's exactly what I was thinking. Except with a bake sale.
Either
Something
that,
about a bake sale.
either that or the 1973.
Hey, I was also
West
drunk
Mi-
and I lifted it higher.
Either that or the 1973 West Michigan hula hoop competition.
Yeah, the hula hoop. I caught that. And the listeners did too.
Yeah, when you try to use chicken coops and whip them around your hips. and
How
start
big?
going up.
How long is that box? You think? The long box. It's.
I think that's about a 30-inch box.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Sounds about right. Yeah, about a 30-inch box. Wesley's asking, "Hey, Bill, how big are the boxes?" So yeah, it's a long box,
Yeah.
storage box.
It's
You could actually look it up online real quick.
Slightly wider than the width of a comic book, obviously.
I'm in last place. Look at that.
Jade 16,
Okay.
Omar 17. Tom
Wow.
Zombie John
Very
Jones
nice.
in the lead
Very nice.
with 30 what?
Well, in all fairness, Bill, I think in all fairness, to Uncle Jay, he's not going to be looking to be buying comic books out of this whole thing. So
I
he's
didn't
not
expect
the
to-
most motivated guy here.
No.
But like I was saying earlier, John here is
John, it's
probably got the biggest bill here. So he's
Take a
highly
dent.
motivated.
Yes, yeah. It's a different kind of
I've actually
motivation.
had to cut down on my comic book buying recently. It's like, but with moving into a new apartment and all, it's much less space than I had at my parents' house.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I gotta
Now you have to
pick
pay
and
rent.
choose. Yeah, a lot more than I was paying at my parents' house.
You're gonna
Casey,
spend it
second
all
place
on.
so far. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. I didn't even expect that.
Wow, and you seem to be fairly high in the points too.
Yeah, it was that bag and board.
It's that dang bag and board.
Yep.
I can't feel my arms.
Well, I
You don't need
know.
them again
You
till
might-
Monday.
You might get lucky and get a few that you really know, and maybe someone else just has a disastrous outing.
Maybe I could depend on everybody being bad. Don't win.
I don't know. I usually do pretty
Maybe
good in the trivia.
all the questions are in your wheelhouse, and then everyone else is going to get all panicky and, oh my God, no.
If they ask a lot of Star Wars or alien-based questions, Jay's going to take this round for sure.
That's in your wheelhouse? What is your wheelhouse? What do you think in this one, the trivia?
You know, I almost
Image
tied your ass,
comics.
but I just my
Image?
finger gave out.
Okay.
I was like almost like done there by 6 minutes. I was starting to lean.
Well, to let you
Points, man.
guys
Six points, 6
in
minutes,
on
6,
what I
whatever.
know of the next round with the trivia is that Elliot put the questions together.
Oh, that's wonderful. Who the hell's
Gonna make
that?
them all
That's
marble.
E.T.'s boyfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the one who looks like that. The one who looks like
smart
El-
ass, okay.
Well, the one who looks like Elliot from ET. But
A little bit of a smartass.
and the only grace I can tell you is that I know he's an insane Spider-Man fan,
Yeah,
so it might be kind of loaded with Spider-Man stuff.
it's
He-
gonna be Marvel based.
He probably won't, but right, it's probably going to be Marvel leaning.
Definitely
So,
A little bit of Marvel, so
all right,
need to
so
dwell on
you're getting
top
paper
three
and a
to come out with
clipboard for the
something.
trivia contest. It's basically
fourth
a
place.
test.
I can get the shitty prize quote.
Yeah, and I'm
don't
sure
even-
that you could find something in here to do with the fourth place prize.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. All right. So I guess the questions will be spoken out loud, and everyone's just going to put their answers down.
So
and
everybody-
they'll get collected, and then
Be
tallied
graded like a school test. So make sure
Alright.
you put your name at the top with your classroom.
Up. All right. So everyone's going to get the same question.
But it's got to be a good picture of a duck.
Right. And now that he said that, if Jay draws a duck, Jay's going to have to get points.
I'm going to draw my duck blue because I've always wanted to see a blue duck.
I think the best rendition of Howard the Duck will win.
Well, I guess Duke has got this then.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He loves anything duck based.
Just remember, please try to. I know it's hard because we used to have trivia here. Sometimes you just blurt out the answers. Just to make sure you don't even talk about the answers. Don't speculate what it is.
Right.
Tell everybody.
Yeah. Well, we do have two
But I
people
wanted to let
sitting.
you guys know first.
Right. We have
Suck 'em.
three contestants sitting at our table, so I think we'll
Well, I
try and
think
keep our mouth
you guys
shut.
have to spread out. Seriously, somebody you have to go over there.
Take the chair with you, John.
You should go somewhere else too, because she's on the podcast.
All right. So, good luck to everybody.
Wherever you like.
All right.
We're not ready just yet for this particular competition, but
I can use some pretzels.
use some pretzels. Feel free to jump in the chair if you want. I'm going to run outside for smoke real quick. And
You do that, Bill.
we are almost at the end of time for the Mixler account. That duck
Really?
reminds me of Duckman. Remember Duckman on USA?
Voiced by Jason Alexander?
So what do we do if we run out of time? I guess we'll
We'll just
have to give everybody an update
Just
on
let-
the final
yeah,
results.
let them know how.
All you guys
Wow.
know.
Okay,
I
you
held
heard
that up
everyone.
higher
If
than John
we have to
Zombie John,
Say
man.
goodbye. We'll update you
That's
at a later
confirmed.
date
At
on
the
final
start,
results.
Jay.
For
For a good long time. Yeah, yeah.
most of it.
John Zombie John doesn't look like he has the upper body strength that you do.
Huh?
All right? John doesn't have the upper body strength that you do. You know what I mean? So, but
I
somehow,
also drank a lot.
yeah. Fair enough.
Do you still have my lighter? Do you need my lighter?
I thought it was a shoo-in to win that. I really did. Yeah, I gotta go too. Actually, I have to. I gotta,
You don't want to hang?
I got a hysterectomy planned for tomorrow.
You're performing one?
No, I'm gonna have one done, so I can't have children.
Okay.
It's a little funny. All right, I'm not ready for this.
I'm
just
having
letting you
a
guys know.
Schaefer.
I don't know
It's
how
all
I
right.
got talked into this. This is all Bill's fault.
It says
Sorry,
here
we
it's
can't,
American.
we can't help you, Jay.
That's all right. I don't care.
I'm having a Schaefer beer. It says here it's America's oldest lager.
How many questions is this?
I don't know.
You know, you live here, didn't you?
No, I've never been to this event. I don't know how many questions it is. All I'll say is that you're gonna have a bit of a hard time because those bags and boards. I think it's gonna be what kills you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You know.
I wasn't going to do it to begin with, but
Yeah. Well, we were only taking part for the fun of it anyway.
for the podcast.
So yeah. So
Do you think if you come back in 2 years, you'll be better prepared? You'll know what's up.
I'll be better. This is what did me in.
well, we don't know that yet
Drink.
because we still have to see how you do on the trivia.
Well, I know. I'm barely alive at this point.
I'm sure that if he's as heavy into Spider-Man as everyone's saying, then you're gonna get some basic Spider-Man questions that probably everybody knows.
Well, I was enjoying that.
How's your knowledge of stuff?
Depends on what it is.
He's good on Star Wars and horror, mostly
horror
movies.
guy.
Yeah.
A huge horror
Jay
fan.
and Ed are huge movie guys.
I don't feel like they won't do movies that much.
Huh?
But
Mhm.
I could do movies if there's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think they'll keep it comic book.
Yeah.
Yeah, the comic book store. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm predicting I'm not going to know half these things.
It's okay.
Which is
I didn't know-
fine.
I didn't know anything last year.
Yeah.
I knew like one of them, and I was so happy about that. Because it was like about Why the Last Man.
Right. Yeah, I'm not gonna win tonight. I'll let
Yeah.
you know that.
Yeah, Casey, we just take parts for the fun of it, for the show.
The thing is,
So-
I actually thought this was like a whole big joke. You know what I mean? So I went out, I had a couple drinks and whatnot,
Right.
and now I'm like, actually fucking like, sorry I did. I should have just. That ain't gonna help at this point. I thought I was gonna get that shit, man. Fucking John, I'm gonna have to kick his ass now.
There is a benefit to going last because you know exactly what you have to do to win.
Right. Well, I know I'm
You know?
probably not gonna do this again.
So-
I'd just rather broadcast and moderate, like what Ed's doing.
Well, Ed's drinking Schaefer right
What
now.
Ed's doing.
Evidently, America's oldest lager.
Yes, yes.
So where are you sitting in the middle of the ground, and that's gonna be your spot? Yeah.
Yeah. If you get lucky, maybe there'll be some comics lying around that can give you the answers.
I'm going to be moderating my own thing. I drew a duck on my thing.
If Jay asks us for answers to questions,
I'm
the
not
answer
asking
is
anybody for
always
anything. I either know it or I don't. At that point.
the answer is always crystal meth.
Yeah.
All right, I just want to say that real quick to the listeners on Mixler, to you guys, that we only have 2 minutes left. And so we're really not going to get this whole thing recorded. But we will definitely keep you in the loop and let you know how it goes.
Can you start and stop it again?
Yeah, it won't. It'll count against this. I mean, I can try. I can try starting and stopping it again, but, it may not take. But we'll give it a go. So, guys listening, I am going to try start it up again, see what it does, if it lets me. Maybe there's a loophole. We don't know. And we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But
maybe it's midnight in England.
I can only hope. Right? Where's the clock reset?
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? So, we're at a minute 20.
Guys, at Bob WTPC.
Yeah, just do sign-offs.
Yeah. Jay, where are you at?
He's at Uncle Jay's thing on the Twitters.
My ninth circle of fucking...
Hell.
At Edward O'Hare TBD.
I'm at Wicked Theory. Follow Comic Book Jones at Comic Book Jones. If
Bunch
you
of great
need comics, they do subscription services through the mail. If anybody wants to check them out, go to comicbookjones.com.
Yeah, definitely an excellent store. Worth
Time
your
for the trivia round. So
Worth
I'm going
your
to stop
Patriots.
and restart. If it works, cool. If not, talk to you guys soon.
Now, phone will change question twice. Everybody's cell phones down. So pay attention. Cell phones must be away from you.
Everybody must be away from
Don't you fucking touch
I'm gonna let it run out. Got 30 seconds. Sacco's giving up.
Everyone, do not say, don't say a fucking word. Yeah.
Silence.
Say nothing. Complete silence, except the commentary from Wicked Theory, which isn't going to do anything stupid.
No. Well, not intentionally.
No.
We were born stupid.
It's actually a duck.
All right.
Question number 1.
I like how they ignore me.
Female superhero. She's a founding member of the Justice League as Wonder Woman, but what is her secret identity?
Question again?
The world's most famous female superhero. She's a founding member of the Justice League as Wonder Woman, but what is her secret identity?
Wonder Woman's
No, I got
secret identity. Question number 1. Wonder Woman's secret identity. Looks like it's holding.
Did it work?
Yep. Oh my God, it worked. That's what Wesley said. We might have found a loophole in the Mixler.
Not going to even try.
Again, in the sci-fi fantasy adventure Saga, Alana and Marco struggle to raise their daughter while on the run from the law. What is their daughter's name?
I don't read this book.
In Saga, what is the main character's daughter's name?
Jay has no clue.
I have one
Question.
wrong already.
Question number 3.
I like to think that actors choose to side when playing comic book characters, but which one of these actors has played both a Marvel and a DC character? A. Ryan Reynolds, B. Josh Brolin, C. Michael B. Jordan, or D. Chris Evans? Again, we like to think that actors choose to side when playing comic book characters, but which one of these actors has played both a Marvel and a DC character? A. Ryan Reynolds,
Ryan Reynolds, Josh Brolin, Michael B. Jordan, or D. Chris Evans. Which ones of these actors have been in
Trick question, actually.
A Marvel and a DC movie? Was that the question?
Yeah.
The Oscars of the comic book world.
Number 4, actually.
Named after an artist by
No,
the name
it's
of Will and are given to comics and their creators to celebrate excellence in the industry. What are these awards called?
Repeat that, please.
The Oscars of the comic
Hey,
book
Willie
world.
says everyone twice. Easy.
Just gotta give me a second. I want to give you guys a speak. The Oscars of the comic book world. These awards are named after an artist by the name of Will and are given to comics and their creators to celebrate the excellence in the industry. But what are they called? Question number 5. Which one of these X-Men were a part of the original team debuting in 1963? A. Rogue, B. Wolverine, C. Storm, or D. Angel? Which one of these X-Men were a part of the original team debuting in 1963?
Which was the original lineup for X-Men?
Hold up. Oh, sorry. A. Rogue,
Rogue,
B.
Wolverine,
Storm,
Storm,
or D. Angel?
or Angel? Which one was in the original lineup?
Number 6.
Question 6.
Since DC's New 52 reboot in 2011, Cyborg has been a founding member of the Justice League. But what alien member did Victor replace?
This is the relaunch of the 52.
Again, since DC's New 52 reboot in 2011,
Cyborg
has been a founding member of the Justice League.
has been a founding
What
member
alien member did Victor replace?
of the Justice League, but which member did he replace?
Question number 7. What lovable Marvel mallard did Spider-Man talk down from suicide in the first issue of his first series? Again, question number 7. What lovable Marvel mallard did Spider-Man talk down from suicide in the first issue of his first series?
Lovable Marvel Mallard.
Question number 8. What mythology are modern Wonder Woman comics mostly based on? A. Roman, B. Greek, C. Norse, or D. Australian? What mythology are modern Wonder Woman comics mostly based on? A. Roman, B. Greek, C. Norse, or D. Australian?
Were you guys able to pick up these questions in the chat room?
Question number 9. Her family was caught up in supervillaining, and they spent hours together as coworkers. Who was Peter Parker's first girlfriend? Again, her family was caught up in supervillaining, and they spent hours together as coworkers. Who was Peter Parker's first girlfriend?
Peter Parker's first girlfriend.
Question number 10. What scarlet-haired warrior made her first appearance in Marvel Comics Conan number 23? And again with number 10.
Uncle Jay's looking kind of confident.
Made her first appearance in Marvel Comics Conan number 23.
I know I got 4 wrong because I didn't answer them.
Question number 11. A scientific research facility featured frequently in Flash Comics. What is Star Labs an acronym for? Get angry. Question number 11. A scientific research facility featured frequently in Flash Comics. What is Star Labs an acronym for?
What is Star Labs an acronym for? From Flash Comics.
Suck this awesome rod.
Spider-Man teach to use the bathroom in Secret Wars 2, number 2. Again, what cosmic entity did Spider-Man teach to use the bathroom in Secret Wars 2, number 2?
What cosmic entity did Spider-Man teach to use the bathroom in Secret Wars 2, issue 2? I have to belch.
That's number 13. Which one of these insects is not both a Marvel and a DC character? So basically, each one of these responses are a character in both Marvel and DC, except for one. Is it A, the tarantula, B, mantis, C, bug, or D, the scorpion? Which one of these insects is not both a Marvel and a DC character? A, tarantula, B, mantis, C, bug, or D, the scorpion? It can't be an existing character, like the name can't be an existing
What issue of Fantastic Four did Black Panther make his first appearance? I only know that because the movie came out and people were talking about it. Extra credit.
Yeah, three extra credit questions.
What?
3 points each.
Nice. 2 points.
2 points.
Number one.
Hmm.
In the Marvel Comics event, in this Marvel Comics event, many superheroes were revealed to be Skrulls. But who was not revealed to be a Skrull in hiding during Secret Invasion? A. Elektra, B. Hank Pym, C. Mockingbird, or D. Clint Barton? A. Elektra, B. Hank Pym, C. Mockingbird, or D. Clint Barton? Revealed to be a Skrull. Or not revealed to be a Skrull during Secret Invasion. Number two.
Number 2.
Deadpool was created to be a spoof of Deathstroke, but this DC character, created to be a spoof of Deadpool, speaks in speech bubbles shaped like tools. Deadpool was created to be a spoof of Deathstroke, but this DC character was created to be a spoof of Deadpool, and speaks in speech bubbles shaped like tools.
I don't know that one at all.
And finally, what comic did Mayday Parker, Spider-Girl, make her first appearance?
Mayday Parker, Spider-Girl?
What issue number?
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah. What issue number did she first appear? Mayday Parker.
That's one of the ones he wanted to put in there.
You can put down series if you want. I'll accept that.
Changing the rules.
All right, is everybody ready to be graded?
Hand in.
Let me know if you guys need anything else repeated.
Did you get anything for 7? It was like he was signing off on a non-disclosure agreement.
And an invoice?
Jay, do you think you did better than you originally thought?
I think I did a lot better than I thought I was going to do.
Hey, Bill, you need a ride?
Hmm?
You need a ride?
Do I need a ride?
Yeah.
He may, because I'm going to have to.
Oh,
leave you
okay.
in a little while.
So, either you or Jay.
Yeah.
Whatever's safest.
Yeah. I think I'm going to head out, Bill, after
I might
the
head
totals
out
are tallied
too,
up.
actually.
Fair enough. So we're doing the last of the collecting of the questions.
All right, Casey, making sure she's got all her answers correct to the best of her knowledge before she sends it.
And they're going into the back office to grade them real quickly. They'll come back out, and I think they'll
right.
review and read off the stuff.
Omar with his phone again, I think.
for the music in the back?
Yeah, the background
Well,
music.
you guys won't hear it, but we can throw a little bit of...
Did you start it over again, or are you still going?
Yeah, started it over. It worked. Couldn't figure it out. Palmer's under the assumption that we
Casey.
might only have 1 hour of extra time.
I ain't half a jig.
How do you think you did? You can steal his money.
I did really well on the first 5-6 questions, and then
Yeah.
after that, bad.
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those of us just sitting here listening, we felt that the questions weren't as hard as we expected them to be.
Yeah, no.
Generally.
There were just things that I forgot, issue numbers. I don't feel like I remember issue numbers for things.
Yeah, there was a few tricky ones in there like that get very specific, but we think a lot of it was based on common knowledge
I took a wild guess.
about certain characters,
Call it.
right?
Yeah. I mean,
My guess is number 4. My guess
How
was
do you-
issue
So
4.
you think you did better than you thought you thought you would?
I felt
a
like
little bit better.
4 was
Yeah.
coming out to me.
I made some guesses on some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's better to make a guess than leave a blank.
Issue 4 would be too soon.
So
Yeah.
I did leave a couple blank because I didn't even want to write something stupid.
Oh, true.
I didn't even have an idea of what it could be, so I was like,
Right.
I put an X on things I didn't know.
Right. John, how about
the
you?
answer was actually X.
How do
I'm
you
actually a little bit mad at myself because I was struggling to think of the answer to question 2. It's what is the name of Marco and Lana's daughter in Saga? And I just, for the life of me, I couldn't remember it. But as soon as right after I handed my paper in, it's like it fucking popped into my head.
Oh, one of those? Yeah.
Which one was 2?
2 was who was a DC and a Marvel character.
No, that was that was like number 3. That was number 3.
Josh Brolin is 2 of them as well. He's Jonah Hex and he's
That's true.
Yeah. So I was my original comment. I was.
I bet you they don't know he was Jonah Hex.
There's gonna be a war here.
Because I put Ryan Reynolds.
They may have forgot that though.
Right.
Because
He was Jonah. Yes,
he's currently doing 2 Marvel characters. So maybe they were thinking that would.
Well,
and they forgot about because Jonah Hex was not a well received.
He's been cast as Cable, but he's not like the movie hasn't been released yet. So maybe.
But he's also Jonah Hex.
True.
And Cable. So
He's 2 Marvel characters.
Yes. Yeah, that's why I think they put him in the answer.
They totally forgot about Jonah Hex, but they'll probably give you a bonus point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
But he was only.
That's true.
So
That's
technically
true.
all the answers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Savage was also in not another teen movie.
Great.
It's true. It's true.
I'm saying the only one who actually wasn't both.
So maybe possibly you all got it wrong.
So maybe somebody should point that out to the judges at the question. 'Cause I don't think they know.
The losers.
Ed was already on it.
The answer.
Oh, okay.
The answer
They worded that question.
was
Green Lantern.
because Jonah Hex was how big of a bomb was Jonah Hex?
Doesn't matter. It's still a
I'm just
DC
saying-
character.
I'm just saying.
Easy, Dooku. You're
I
my
give you a
fucking
bonus point. I give you a bonus point.
Easy, everybody.
Stop yelling.
Don't make Uncle Jay angry.
It's really easy to do.
Especially once he's gotten a little warmed up.
I'm warmed, all right.
How'd you guys feel you did on the trivia though? I didn't think it was
Like
that
dog
bad.
shit on a summer
I
day.
blanked on a couple questions, but it's like somebody
Stinky?
didn't know it all.
The only issue-specific question he asked that I knew was about the only Marvel comic I've read every single issue of.
I know you knew that.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Too.
Who did Spider-Man talk off the ledge? Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
Like,
Mallard.
I didn't even have to.
It's
I
a
didn't have
mallard.
to read that issue to know you were going to get that, Tuka.
52.
Yeah. That was the hint.
issue of Howard.
You know?
You got the Howard the Duck thing, right?
It's like between you and Waffle, it's like I feel like I've like pseudo absorbed your like duck based.
I'm not a huge comic book fan personally.
Waffle only likes
I'm sure my
Howard.
brother
I like
does
Howard.
now.
Well, I know it's referred to as the Eisners, but I thought he was starting to
Well,
ask.
there's
That's
Howard.
right. Well,
then there's
right.
all the Disney ducks. Then there's Duck Man. With
Yeah. Okay.
Such a great show.
See? So I did know that. I couldn't think of it.
Duck Man, heavily underrated show.
Right. Need to bring Duckman back.
It was Curb Your Enthusiasm with ducks. It was everything I ever wanted.
Yeah. Someone was telling us while you were bagging that you you like ducks.
I have a talking duck. Howard's my favorite Marvel character. Then I have all kinds of Darkwing Duck shirts, and
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Okay. No, that's cool. That's cool.
The talking ducks just make for great comics and television. Just works.
I guess so. Yeah. And the way they walk is just comedy itself.
There you go.
Thompson in the movie too.
And there you go. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Leah Thompson in a movie.
It's really good. I think they have complete #1 on the shelf. The 70
Really?
series is incredible.
Wow. Because I never got into that. I was 12 when I saw that.
It's
and I
all
was just like, what's up with this? You got Iron Man. You got
It's not for kids. I'll tell you
Howard
that right
the
now.
Duck. Yeah, you know he's kind of a playboy. It's kind of like a joke
Ricky
on
Gervais podcast is not for kids.
what's his name, Hefner.
Yeah. Well,
kinda-
they changed over because they got 30 issues in with the regular 35, 36 with the regular series, and then they switched to a magazine so they didn't have to deal with the Comics Code Authority.
Okay, right, 'cause it's a
And-
different format.
And in the magazine, it was like all bets were off. There was this whole thing where he was suing people about not wearing pants because they were getting mad at him, and there was
Oh.
scenes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Nobody sues me.
There were scenes with him literally banging Beverly, the girl. Like it got graphic.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's something
Plus
they,
in
they
the
don't
movie
really
there's
want to
duck
acknowledge
briefs.
all that much.
I mean, I didn't know what to say.
I guess they said Ducky style, huh?
Yeah. Well, in the complete, like in the complete trades after 3, it switches over to the magazine. The first
Okay.
2 are the comics, and then 3 and 4 are the magazines and a few comics. It's everything he's ever been in.
Right,
I don't know
so-
when 5 is coming out.
So in the collected editions, the 3rd edition is the one that really starts the
Yeah.
more racier content.
Yes. I think issue 1 of the magazine is in the 2nd edition,
my
and then the 3rd edition is mostly, I think, is all magazine, and then the 4th edition is the rest of the magazine and some other comics he appeared in.
Oh, I see. Right.
The Max is not out in that collected edition yet. I'm guessing 5 will have the Max.
Dude, you just got schooled, son. How do you fucking feel, man?
The man knows his ducks. What can you say?
Howard the Duck. It's great. It's a very underrated Marvel series.
Yeah.
It's one of the greatest comedy comics of all time.
Plus, in the movie version, you get to see duck boobs.
I don't recommend the movie version.
Hey, Howard's fun. Howard the Duck is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. He's had a lot of crossover issues. He had a big thing with She-Hulk.
Okay.
He had a big crossover with She-Hulk, which is
Well, I can see
another
him wanting to chase her around.
She-Hulk, another underrated series. It's
Yeah.
more about her being a lawyer than her being,
Right. I actually read the original series when I was a kid because, I was hitting puberty at that time and I was into comic books.
I feel
so,
you.
I was like, hey, all right, I'll check this out. And it was okay. It wasn't bad. It was nice. It was nice. You didn't have a lot of female superheroes back then, so it was nice.
The
to
early
give a little something
2000s
different.
run was very good with Dan Slott writing. Yeah.
Where it's like basically it's like every issue of actual issues of Marvel Comics where they're basically their research bins. Like anytime they do a bag, it's like, oh, what superhero did this to this supervillain back then? It's like, oh, they actually had basically a back issue bin.
It seems
is
that
how
the
they-
guests have taken over the show. I'm still here if anybody cares. Uh-oh. Yeah, babies.
All right.
Yeah, smashing bottles.
All right. Does that sound mean that we're getting close to the final results?
So I'll let Jay take the show back.
Yeah.
I got nothing. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Who's
Well,
in
you
the
still
chat?
got a couple shots in that bottle.
Bill and Ed have disappeared.
Palmer, Wesley,
Well-
Meowgod, and 3 elsewhere.
Yeah. Ooh, so we actually got a few people who are
That
too
is
embarrassed to let us know who they are.
Casey, how's it feel to be a
Bill
star?
and Ed coming back.
All right.
A podcast
Bill's done with
phenomenon.
his cigarette.
You're a star. on the
Ed's
Wicked
done
Daily
getting secondhand
Podcast.
smoke.
Also like the hearts.
Thank
Hearts
you.
are awesome. Is that like eyeliner?
Yeah.
Cool. I wear eyeliner sometimes.
Yeah. Like
Every now and again. When I go into my goth phase, I've listened to a lot of Nine Inch Nails and Skinny Puppy. I like to put a little
Skinny
bit
Puppy, huh?
Skinny Puppy. And Bauhaus.
Wow.
I'm a vampire. I can get
So
into
Skinny Puppy
Damn.
in a house party
that.
on
Well,
Bay
Lugosi's
Street
dead.
Did you have Ann Rice over for coffee?
Yes,
or-
I'm-
with Mucky Pup. Remember
Put a
Mucky Pup?
ruffled shirt on.
You remember Mucky Pup?
Muppy.
Remember
Can't
that?
get it out. Muppet people. Comfy pups.
Yeah.
Goth joint called
It's like,
QXD.
what? Ed's got to look on his face like, what?
What's the name of that band?
What?
He just can't process the name of the band, I think.
So-
I don't know which one.
There's plenty. We can go Circle Jerks.
Oh, yeah, the Circle Jerks.
Good one. Butthole Surfers.
There you go, Ed. That's a good
The
one.
Butthole Surfers. And
Yeah,
they're
but they
actually
weren't
an
really
excellent
goth
band.
industrial. They were kind of
They
more
were-
electronica.
Yeah, they
Uh,
were
yeah,
more,
yeah.
They're more psychedelic
Yeah.
kind of influence.
Bob's trying to hit him with crazy band names.
Yeah.
This is what Bob's angle
Yeah.
turned
Trying to
into.
hit him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not going to. He doesn't know who Ozzy Osbourne is. Barely.
Oh, sure, but not because of the music.
Mr. Crowley.
Yeah. Did you know Ed, that
Sharon!
Ozzy Osbourne actually bit the head off a bat?
Do you want me to take it away from you?
I haven't touched it.
I thought it was a pigeon.
Yeah, he did a pigeon. Did a pigeon.
It's not that. I'm disappointed in myself.
Drink
But
responsibly.
when you're
thought-
half out of your mind on drugs and alcohol, when someone throws a dead animal on stage and you
When I saw you
said
not
you were
have
gonna
the
do
answer
stuff
for
like
the
that.
Yeah.
Marvel
Yeah.
mallard,
Dude, I don't have.
do you not know what a mallard is?
What are you into? I mean, we're sitting here talking about music.
Do you know what a mallard is?
I like a lot of
Mallard.
stuff. I like
No. What the fuck is
Well,
that?
it's a duck. It's another word for
It's another
duck.
word for duck?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
A lot of the
I didn't
questions.
know that.
A lot of the questions. It was like, you know, like
alt
Jeopardy
rock,
style.
Pop,
Oh,
indie pop.
what's going on?
Indie rap. You know, a lot of new stuff, but a lot of 90s
Oh,
stuff.
you were right. You were right. You're right.
No, I didn't know.
All right,
Fucking duck.
No, it was one of those words that like I knew, but I guess like I thought like everybody kind of knew that word.
I didn't know
Sorry.
what it was.
I'm sorry, I missed that over there. What was going on?
No, I was actually trying to ask her, since we were talking about music, I was trying to get her into it and ask her what
What she's into.
into.
Anything that you knew?
No, she's into some older stuff, but she's mostly into more
She's
alt-
old as
alt-
fuck, so-
alt stuff.
I mean, I like some
Thanks,
older
Bill.
stuff.
No, I hear you.
I switch it around a lot.
Yeah. She's got varied taste, Bill.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Hey,
That's good.
you need 19? I'm going to give you
Yeah.
19. Are you serious?
Yeah.
I was hit that right in the nose.
right in the nose.
Turning 20.
So if he would have drank Jack Daniels, I would have made that an illegal action right on air.
See that? See that? You could have.
You asked me. I will do.
I did ask you. You want? I don't care.
I could have lied.
You're never gonna make president. You're never gonna be president now,
You
Jack.
never know that.
That's true.
You never know.
That's true. The bar has been lowered a little bit.
You can have it.
Things have changed.
Now that the contest is over. Now that I actually care.
So I guess math isn't the strong suit of the people that are tallying the votes.
Yeah.
It seems to be taking a while.
It might be some interesting answers that are being debated.
just debated.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Might be some answering. That's
Yeah, because you do have some serious nerds here answering questions. There might be.
Yes, in issue number 197, Spider-Man meets his first girlfriend for the very first time. And it wasn't the first one that you're talking about. It was the first one that they're talking about, which was...
That's fucked up.
I
That's
was-
real.
I was-
That's real
that was
stereotyping.
Wait, was it?
I think that was Gwen Stacy, wasn't it?
No. I just.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not the best
I
person.
had that.
His first girlfriend was Gwen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the Black Panther first appearance wrong.
But because she kind of, I think in the question they asked if she became a superhero herself. Yeah.
Should've- I don't know why. I just didn't want to look stupid.
It's okay.
I put something down for everything.
I didn't know what a mallet
Sometimes he
was,
just wrote his
so
name.
there you go.
Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck. Scrooge McDuck.
Darkwing Duca. There's all different variations.
What was the one for the Teen Titans one? The cyborg one?
Oh, and now that in the
I believe that was Martian Manhunter, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, who did he
Martian Manhunter.
replace?
On Jones.
Every
That's the
time.
only reason I remember that one.
John Jones. What was
Of course.
Magan Maors.
which looks like Morgan Moore?
His dad, Mern Jones.
What was the first name?
Mern.
Mern.
What
M
about- what about his-
apostrophe
what-
ERN.
Yeah, what?
M apostrophe YRNN.
I think
Gotcha.
I think we have a relative here to Jones,
Jones.
right? We have a few relatives here because we're at Comic Book Jones.
There you go. It's true.
I couldn't get it out. I was laughing.
In one of the animated movies, they called him John Johns, and it really pissed me off.
John.
They don't even try it, like, right? Yeah.
I was like, that's not it, though.
Well, yeah, I guess because all animation these days is made over in Asia, they might have had a hard time.
No, but it's the new
phonetically.
DC stuff. Like, if anybody should be getting it right, it's them.
And
Like,
the,
you know what I mean?
the DC, I like the DC animated movies for the most part better than I like the Marvel live-action movies.
Well,
There've been some
you know,
really good ones.
Usually those animated ones are so good because they do stuff in there that they never even
Exactly.
DC wouldn't do in a movie.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
So it's like it's almost unfair. What you really compare it to is like those last few animated things that Marvel put out.
Maybe they get partial.
And it's
credit.
like
We're close.
DC stuff is still better.
Yeah, no,
DC stuff
DC
is still
stuff.
better.
DC has always been better in the animation
Yeah,
department.
especially like more so. I mean, Marvel fell off. Like their approach with animation now is strictly TV,
Yeah.
Disney Channel. Like they don't do the independent straight to DVD stuff
They
anymore.
don't need to. They got
No,
Disney there.
yeah.
They don't even have to make an effort to like
There's
get
like
it on
four
the air
different.
anymore.
There's like 3 or 4 different Avengers shows running at
Yeah.
once, and they're all different age groups, like based
Yeah.
for. Like you
But
know,
you
Well,
go
they're gonna
back
do
to the
their own
90s,
network.
though. When they were both going, head
Oh,
to
yeah.
head. X-Men and Spider-Man were good, but the rest of them were
Nah,
not really to talk about. And then DC had, Batman was one of the best
Yeah.
just cartoons of all
yeah,
time.
the animated series, yeah.
And
But I was
Justice League
yeah.
was good, and Superman was pretty good,
And the Marvel stuff that was coming out on DVD like not that long ago, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, the Avengers stuff, that was all pretty good. It felt like it wanted to kind of like proof of concept what a Doctor Strange movie would look like. So let's let's do an animated movie that's like almost a PG-13.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It crosses to a little bit older kind of a viewer. It's like the Avengers stuff is almost the Ultimates, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Line, but it's not. It's like design-wise and look-wise and some of the story elements, but like the attitude, not as much. Cap's not really stepping on necks in that.
No,
like he's doing in the Ultimates, like issue 2 or something.
they got. I think Marvel should go for like maybe an older animes. Maybe do Netflix. They have Netflix by the balls right
They
now.
got that. They got Disney eventually talking about having their own streaming service. They're going to have at least 1 Marvel show, probably 2 Star Wars shows.
Guy's got some fucking profane mouth on him.
Who's that, me?
He said balls.
He's got
Fuck, man.
He's got balls on him. I believe.
Yeah, but Nah,
He's a
I would like to
comedian.
see them do something.
They should. It's a shame that they don't, especially with like maybe something that's like we don't know what else to do with it, but we'd love to do something.
Like
Something
any
that's
of
got
the
an edge,
any
but-
of the more. I'd like to see some maybe Marvel horror animated series.
Sure.
You could do Tomb of Dracula, Werewolf by Night.
Jay, if Jay could hear you right now, he'd bang you right in your asshole.
Really?
Like, that's all he. That's
Yeah.
his cup of tea.
Well, he's not a.
Big horror fan.
But those books in particular.
Those would work very well as animated series. Marvel horror.
Big fan of the Marvel horror, Werewolf by Night, Tomb of Dracula.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because we
Man-
were talking about animated stuff.
Man
Saying
Thing.
how- He was saying how
I do.
that
Big
Marvel
fan.
should probably get.
I mean, Howard started in Man Thing, didn't he?
That's true.
Werewolf by Night was one of my distinct.
Werewolf by Night. Yeah.
I'd love to see them do Marvel horror animated series because you know they're never going to do movies of it.
Right. Exactly.
And
I don't know that. I don't know that.
The New Mutants movie looks like pretty horror.
well, that's not Marvel though. That's Fox.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's the
That's something-
X-Men.
Yeah.
They crossed that boundary already. They did Deadpool and then they did Logan. They
Yeah.
crossed the adult boundary. That has not gone through Congress yet.
What is that? What was the question?
No, did they buy Fox? Yeah, it has.
Yeah,
to,
it's gotta be
It actually has to
approved.
go through, I think, the Supreme Court or Congress because it's technically a monopoly. Because
All right.
they own
We
60%.
have results.
And here we go. We're
All
gonna
right.
get some results.
All right. So first, let me hand out. Oh, well, no, I'll say this again. The first question: the Wonder Woman's secret identity is Diana Prince. If you wrote down Diana, then I'm good with it. I'll stand close to the mic. Second question: the child in Saga is Hazel. For the third question, bit of a trick question. If you wrote down Ryan Reynolds or Josh Brolin, you got a point. And if you wrote them both down, then you got two.
But there's three.
Of course, for Jonah Hex. So yeah, the Oscars of the comics is of course the Eisners. One of the original X-Men from 1963 is Angel, not Rogue, Wolverine, or Storm. Answer D. One of the founding members of the Justice League that was replaced by Cyborg was Martian Manhunter. The Mallard, who Spider-Man stops from killing himself, is Howard the Duck. Mythology that Wonder Woman is loosely based on is Greek. Spider-Man's first girlfriend, Betty Brant.
Ooh.
Before Gwen Stacy. Nobody got that.
Right.
Fuck
The,
me.
the secretary.
I wrote Betty first.
Damn you, Betty Brant.
Somebody wrote Peggy Brant. I can't remember who that was.
That was
but,
me.
Okay.
I thought it was Becky. I wrote Betty first.
The first appearance in Conan.
No, I know who she is.
The first appearance in Conan 23 is Red Sonja.
Yeah, bitch.
Star Laboratories stands for Scientific Technology Advanced Research Labs. The cosmic entity that Spider-Man taught to use the bathroom is the Beyonder. I was so happy to see that two people got this right.
I know. I had.
Yeah, both. I was so happy to see that. Yeah, one of my favorite. One of the comic book insects that is not both a DC and a Marvel character is Scorpion. So Tarantula, Mantis, and Bug are all Marvel and DC characters. And the first appearance of Black Panther is Fantastic Four number 52.
Fuck.
A lot of people wrote down 47 or 37. Yeah.
I had 47.
Mandela effect.
Then for the Mandela.
The Mandibula effect.
The extra credit questions. The character who was not a Skrull was Clint Barton in Secret Invasion. The Deadpool, or the character who speaks in speech bubbles is supposed to be a joke on Deadpool, is Red Tool, who's in the most recent Harley run, so I was happy to see that some people got that right. And the first appearance of Mayday Parker is in What If number 105. If you wrote What If, I would have accepted that as well. And yeah, can I do my bonus question? See if anybody gets it? All right. And you can just shout it out if you think you got it. Whether you prefer Maguire, Garfield, or Holland, Spider-Man has seen many adaptations on various screens. But on which children's show did Spider-Man make his first television appearance?
Electric Company.
Bingo! Fuck yeah! Dude. Awesome. Nice. I love it.
No fuck with Uncle Jay. Uncle Jay does the fucking. No, I got a lot of
I got a lot wrong.
All right, so hold on. Where's your I put all your scores.
They come and get him later.
Omar, you got a total of 24 points. Woo!
Nice.
Coming in third place, Duca, you got 30 points. In second place, Casey, you got 41 points.
Nice.
And in first place, Tom Jones, you got 47.
Wow.
Son of a bitch.
Wow. I think that means that Tom Jones won, and Casey came in second. We got to see what the final results are, but I think that's how it's going to fall out.
That's it. Tom Jones, big winner.
Jones, big winner.
Big winner.
All right. You won the silver?
Very nice.
Yeah. Congratulations, Casey, on the silver.
Very nice.
Nice. You can
Jay,
get
how's it
that-
feel to
you
come
get
home
everything-
empty-handed?
You get just about everything you wanted.
Fuck you, Ed.
All right. So
Actually,
you did a lot better than you thought,
actually did
right?
a lot better in the last two things. I thought it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
$50 gift certificate that Tom Jones is going to get unless he wants to spend it. I'm figuring just do store credit instead of actually writing a gift certificate. But so you got 50 and you get to spin the wheel now as well.
Oh.
Casey, you also have 30% off everything tonight and $40 to spend. And Duca, you have $30 to spend in the store. And fourth place, who was fourth place again?
Unfortunately, it was me. If you bring out a turd or something, I'm gonna fucking set this place on fire.
He went into the office. Saka went into the office.
Yeah, he's coming. Is it a pan? Is it the
Going
panda
to get
head?
something else.
I want the panda head, man.
You can't have the
no.
panda head. It's a panda costume.
Beer.
Back.
A box of candy cane.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
With one missing, it looks like.
One missing.
Go.
Let me help you out there,
From
buddy.
gonna put
Christmas
this on my ass.
1998.
All right, John's going to spin the wheel of extras.
Candy canes.
Oh, we had to make sure we get the good sound.
Yeah.
Wheel of fish.
35% off.
There you go.
He got himself an extra 5.
Congratulations.
All right. Congratulations, everybody.
Awesome. Totally awesome. Awesome.
Those candy canes taste like a fucking mallard.
Do they have a date on them? He told me outside before. He goes, I don't know who's going to be the last guy, but I'm giving him a box of candy canes with one missing. I'm like, that's pretty funny.
I actually did better than I thought I did on that list.
Yeah.
I didn't have a couple of them.
They got some of the stuff on the way home, so you
I had the extra credit.
get pulled over by cops.
I got the extra credit questions. Nobody's listening.
No one's listening to you.
Good night.
35% off, so basically you got like $75 to spend.
Wesley Gaskins. Uncle Jay does the fucking.
All right, I'm going to get out of here because it's almost, by the time I get home, it'll be 11 o'clock.
Yeah, just so you take off. I'm going to shut this down.
All right. Everybody, take it easy.
Cool. Still 25% off in the store. Wesley.
Always with discounts at this place, I'm telling you.
Mr. Wesley, do you want me to grab you a random issue of the X-Men? What'd you come in, third?
Yeah. Spending my money.
So who was it? It was John,
Casey, then
you. Jay, and then Omar. Who do I give the shirt to, Omar?
So
Omar
we
came
good?
in last?
Yeah.
give
So
to Omar, right?
so it was good that we didn't have Omar come to the table. He didn't win anything anyway.
Yeah, I think so. Omar, did you win anything at all? Yeah, man, T-shirt.
Yeah. All right. We got a Wicked Theory T-shirt.
He's got the first of
limited
the
edition.
The first of the no sports, no politics, no math shirt. And do you like candy canes? There's plenty of candy canes over here. Yeah. There's one for you. There's one for your boy there. So that's a new shirt. You're the first one to get it. Woohoo!
It's a J.
It's a J. They're all J's. It's a box full of J's. Candy J's. That's what you should call them. Candy J's. Whoa, power outage on that one, on that mic. Jesus Christ, you're blowing the kids out. Don't even fuss with it. What color is that? Purple? Jesus Christ.
Hey.
Oh, I just shut it off because you cranked it.
I love you, Bill.
Well, I love you too, man. All right. Wesley, Meow God, Agent Palmer, thank you very much for listening. Jay, you gonna hang that? You got your test back. You gonna hang it on the fridge?
You know, if you wrinkle that up repeatedly, it'll get nice and soft, and you can use it as toilet paper.
You know what you could have done? Is we could have saved that for like an occasion and sent it to Wesley, so he could put it in the scrapbook, the Wicked Theory scrapbook that he might be making, along with his collection of my dead skin. So yes, Wesley, that was the new shirt. New shirts will be available soon. So there's that. There's that. But yeah, guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for checking out the show. Big thanks to anybody who's listening to this after the fact. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for hanging out to the end. Check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, blah, 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 blah. Check out the YouTube channel. We're going to try and do some more live stuff once in a while. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it doesn't. And that's about it. I'm going to play a little music, take us out, because it looks like it's still playing on the iPad.
Yeah, baby.
And we're going to shut it down. Good night, folks.
The Wicked Theory podcast is heard live every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern until whenever. Just go to mixler.com/wicked-theory. Mixler is MIXLR. Sign up to join the chat. Then click the follow button to get reminders whenever the show goes live. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, wherever good podcasts are given away for free, and at wickedtheory.com. You can support the show at patreon.com/wickedtheory. There you can get the after show if you miss it live. God forbid. Plus other exclusive episodes. As always, send your emails to podcast@wickedtheory.com.